Happy Frog here.
Hello!
In just a few moments, we will begin our trip to the Disneyland Resort Entrance Plaza. Thank you.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Mouse Vibes Mondays. How's everyone doing today?
Hi, you guys. If you're new here, we're the Mouse Vibes. I'm Ashley. This is Nick. Every Monday at 7 p.m., we talk about pop culture, theme parks, travel, take questions, we laugh, we cry, we virtually hug, we do all of it.
There'll be a little bit more crying, I feel like, in tonight's episode. How's everyone doing? Stoked to be here again. I love, like, Mouse Vibes Monday starting the week off with this. This weekend was really fun. I think it was more of a weekend just for Ashley and I. We did a lot of fun things. We were able to go to Hollywood Forever Cemetery to attend Cinespia and got to watch A League of Our Own in a cemetery, which was awesome.
Yeah, we had a good time. I'm not going to lie. Nick and I, like, usually don't jam-pack our weekends.
No.
Ever. We always like a day of rest, and we didn't take a day of rest, so if we're a bit loopy today, we're sorry. But yeah, my mom was in town. We hung out with her, and then we went to Cinespia, and we had, like, literally the best time ever. I posted a reel about it, and we have a video coming to Patreon.
Ooh, nice little plug in there.
I know!
Slid that in there, huh?
We did do a vlog from the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, and it's going to be a Patreon exclusive bonus episode this month. So if you guys aren't Patreon members, you can check it out. Patreon.com/mousevibes. It's going to be fun on a graveyard, getting ready for spooky season.
Yeah, but you got to pay to play, because the day before we were hanging out with Ashley's mom, Roxanne, out by a pool, and the mosquito alert right now in Los Angeles is at like a level red.
You guys.
We're in a red alert right now.
You can't see Nick's ankles are bloody from mosquito bites, and I have 26 on my right leg and like 17 on the other. It is like so hard not to scratch. It's like mosquito season's here.
I think like the combination was like maybe over 20 bug bites between the both of us.
Yeah.
Which is like nasty. Yeah. So now I'm wearing long socks on like the 3 hottest days, but take those ankles.
Dude, and then yesterday we went to Disneyland on a Sunday, which we never do anything on Sundays, and we were there pretty late. We had a really good time, but man, we partied.
We had a good time.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers,
Keep
guys.
it going on a Monday.
Yeah.
All right, let's hit the chat. Seriously, here. Oh my gosh, the first one from Kitra. Why is Spaceship Earth in the thumbnail? Because it looks great.
Yeah, Spaceship Earth is really pretty, so that's why it's in the thumbnail. I saw Kitra's tweet, and I was like, oh my god.
I thought I was going to throw a curveball in there, but Kitra called it like an hour ago. So
Dude.
She got it.
No, literally. And then Peter tweeted us, and he's like, I love Mouse Vibes, but they have the worst hot takes. And I'm like...
Which isn't wrong, but by any means,
God.
It's pretty funny. Shout out to Mandy Adams. Thank you for being here.
What up, Mandy? Thanks for being here.
Thank you guys so much for being here, everyone. Jaden Sonic Channel's here.
Yeah.
What up, Jaden? Hope your family's doing well, man. The Pew 2 is here.
Yes.
What up, guys? Thank you so much for being here.
Your big doggy is so cute.
Oh.
I saw your little stare down on Instagram story and just like, the doggies.
Oh, the doggies.
The doggies.
And I like how they're multitasking, too. They're editing and watching.
Yeah, thank you guys for the support.
So cool. Abby's in the chat. What's up, Abby? Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Always supporting. It's great to see you in the chat. Melissa's here. Awesome. Sunny. What's going on, Sunny? Oh, I like this one from Abby. Make sure you hit that like button on the way in.
Yes.
Getting
please.
the party started before us. We were a little late, so appreciate that. Here we go from Jordan, the Disney goer.
Oh my gosh, Tower of Terror in this photo has me questioning these people too, to be honest. You guys, can I just like say something real quick?
Are we going to jump to the
No,
10th
we're not
chapter?
jumping in. Real quick, Nick and I had like a very light argument about it because he crapped on Tower of Terror, and I just want to let you know there's no Tower of Terror slander, there's no Matterhorn slander. I know the Matterhorn's crusty and dusty, but she is the moment. Tower of Terror is iconic. No.
Yeah.
Get out of here!
I think both of them just look the most appealing.
They look pretty.
Yeah.
Like, it's like Disneyland Resort has like nice things to photograph, but like Walt Disney World has the icons of the park, and we wanted to make the thumbnail pretty, so that's why it's in there. But it would make me question someone's taste too, because Tower of Terror for life.
We'll get into all of that. I'm stoked that you put that in there, Jordan. Thank you so much. Lost Boys and Girls here. What's up, guys?
Oh my gosh, thanks for being here. Hey there, Mouse Vibes. Happy Monday to you as well. Anyway, always a treat to watch your live streams.
Aww.
Thank you for being here. We really appreciate it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Deluxe Pass Holes here. Love seeing you in the chat. Thank you for being here. Person Slay Down.
Hey, I saw you on Let's Park It stream. Yeah, our friends, Project Theme Park and Let's Park It had a live stream earlier, and I popped in there. I try to always support all my friends who do live streams or content. even in the middle of work days. I had it going while I was trying to listen on a Zoom. So
She starts following the pew too and starts trying to multitask.
I'm trying to multitask.
I love that. You did a good job. Go check them out. They're both really big on Instagram, but they're doing like a podcast once a week.
Yeah.
It's like more like roller coaster, and they get into the nitty and gritty, like very specific. Ashton, like, that was fun. And they're like, you didn't know about the top hat?
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't know like coasters had hats.
I love coasters, but I don't know about like the wheel design made it the 360 blah blah. I don't know that. I just know if I have fun or if I'm scared.
Totally. Yeah. It's cool to get that perspective of it. And it just lets me know I know nothing in life. I listen to them like, man, gotta step my game up. Katie Journeys, what's up, guys? Thank you for being here. Hi, Nick and Ash. Oh, we did it at the same time.
I hate this.
Thank you guys for always supporting and being here. It means a lot to us. Rudio, dude, what's up? Rudy with the super chat.
Thank you. I'm ready for these hot takes. I'm also ready for Ashley to throw hands if someone says anything about the Matterhorn.
I can't even form the words in my mouth. She would not allow it.
It's just, she's beautiful.
And she's great. She's the Matterhorn. Also, Rudio, thank you so much for being in the chat. It was so nice of you to donate over to us. I just want to give you a happy birthday shout out as well, dude.
Yeah.
It was your birthday just recently, so happy birthday, Rudio.
Happy birthday, Rudio. We hope that you had the best birthday ever. And honestly, we've only met you once at the park, and the impact and like your presence and good energy has we've like felt it, and we're very grateful to know you. And we hope that you had an amazing, amazing birthday, and that you got all your wishes came true.
Yeah. We're stoked to hang with you again soon, and we'll celebrate your birthday. But I just want to send you positive vibes, and thank you for not only supporting in you know the chat and being here, but like meeting you in person. Such like one of the nicest guys ever.
Yeah,
so sweet.
I love nice people.
Also, for anyone else who had a birthday, I don't want to exclude, but Rudio got the special shout out.
Yeah.
But my buddy Carlos, it was his birthday this last weekend, and my sister Kristen. So happy birthday to you guys.
Happy birthday, August birthdays.
Is that it?
Yeah. I don't know.
Kidder's here. He says, I'm here and I'm ready to rumble.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
By the way, you guys, I probably don't need to say this because our chat is, I feel like the Mouse Vibes chat is pretty always respectful, but like, we're just talking about Disney rides. None of it's that serious. Yeah. It's everything's fine. It's like all in good fun, but let's pop off, okay?
Yeah, no, it doesn't mean anyone gets censored though, so have fun with it. Like, have fun with it. Something you like, I want to hear about it. Yeah. David, Adventure with David, what's up, man?
Hey, you two, I miss seeing you two. I was at Disneyland early Sunday morning. Yes, we didn't get to Disneyland until freaking 4:00 on a Sunday, which is like unheard of for us.
I mean, who thought there'd be traffic coming from LA to Disney on the weekend?
I know, on a Sunday. Ooh, shocking.
Oh, Peter's here. What's up, Peter?
If anyone on the stream uses the word booty and Spaceship Earth in the same sentence, then I don't even know. Spaceship Earth is amazing.
No, I love it.
I think it does need like some help. It needs a refurb, but like even if it didn't, it's still amazing. Like that ride is just like iconic. Yeah,
and I feel like too when we're going to talk about overhyped attractions or overrated, anything that's like an original story or something from original Epcot is automatically off that list because it's so good.
Yeah.
It's just so good.
Yeah. No,
I think Epcot was like the hardest park for us to go through.
It wasn't hard for me.
Oh my gosh. Oh, we got a super chat from Jaden. Jaden Sonic Channel. Thanks, man.
Hey, Mouse Vibes. How excited are you for the spooky season? I'm so excited. I have on a Halloweeny shirt. Yeah. Sorry. It's my Madame Pagoda shirt. Welcome, foolish Muppets.
I love that.
There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Welcome, foolish Muppets. Yeah, I'm really excited. I just like, I've said this so many times. I wish we had seasons in California because like, it's just like, I wish that it was fall weather and I can like put a sweater on and like wear leg warmers and like cute outfits, and I can't unless I sweat. So I'm excited, but I wish the heat would go away.
It's one of the funniest things too of like Halloween Horror Nights at both coasts. It's so hot during it. I feel like even though it's like a really fun event, it doesn't feel like Halloween. It doesn't.
No, our friends were talking about that in their live stream earlier because it's like Orlando, like I've never been to Orlando when it's cold. Apparently Orlando gets cold in January, which is shocking to me.
We were there last January. I wore a jacket to Disney World.
At night.
Still.
But during the day, like there's been people out there that are like freezing as if it's like Minnesota or something. But I've never gone to Orlando and not had, swamp ass. Literally. Literally. Damn! I can hear my mom's probably going to text me. You need to be more we like, but I mean, come on.
Yeah, Mom.
It happens.
We really appreciate you, Jaden Sonic Channel. It means so much. Usually we take photos for our monthly giveaway, so you're automatically entered to our giveaway.
Yeah.
Do you want to show the package again? Sorry. I know this kind of eats. Just show like the flag and the main stuff.
Yeah. Well, I think, unfortunately, Jaden's in Australia, so it's U.S. only.
Oh,
but,
is that how it works?
Yeah, but we love you. Yeah. But for anyone that super chats within the U.S., you get this Disney Vacation Club, really cool. Is that a tumbler water bottle?
To the DVC.
I don't want to open this up, but this is a Halloween tote bag. It is a Jupiter's Claim from Jordan Peele's new movie Nope shirt, a Nope bandana, 2 Nope buttons.
Yeah.
But wait, there's more.
This is the best part.
This is the best one. I don't want to open it either, but it's this ginormous.
We have to show it all.
Are you going to show it? Okay.
Yeah.
These are the prizes for August. This is a ginormous Haunted Mansion flag. I don't know if you guys decorate for Halloween, but you can hang this in your front yard, in your room. You can use it by the fire. There's a lot of uses for it. And that's from Shimmer Pop Shop. But yeah, with every donation of the channel, you are automatically entered. And then on the last Monday of August, we will announce the winner. And congrats again to last month's winner, Brian Bautista. We've shipped out your package today, so it should be there in the next few days.
Yeah, right in time for spooky season, guys.
Yes.
Love it. Buy the things. Salutations.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
By
Appreciate
the way,
being
you
in the
guys,
chat.
we have 62 people watching and 32 likes. So if everybody can give us a like, when you like the videos, it really helps people discover us. And I think have we gotten 100 likes in a live stream? Only once, right?
It's happened one time.
One time. Woo!
One time, baby.
Yeah.
Tonight might be 2. We'll see.
Yeah.
Mythical Quill. Spaceship Earth supremacy.
So Spaceship Earth, the thing is, like, it's just the outside. Like, even if it wasn't even a ride, the outside of Spaceship Earth is so... It's just like there's nothing better at Walt Disney World than you're like a little tipsy from your day at Epcot and you're like you're just like up looking at Spaceship Earth and then the music kicks in and the lights and the shimmer and you're like, is this perfection? Is this what it like? Is this perfect? It is.
I love that ride. I think it's near perfect, and especially the light show outside. The first time I went, I didn't even know there was a ride inside. I just walked by, I was like, wow, this is beautiful. And I was leaving, I was like, wait, there's an attraction in here?
I love you so much. I know when I first brought Nick to Walt Disney World, there was so much that he didn't know. And granted, we still consider ourselves tourists when we go there.
100%.
There's still rides we haven't been on, haven't done, whatever. But like your reaction to Epcot was like the cutest patootie thing ever. You were like, oh my God. It was so cool.
Yeah, my mouth was open doing this the entire time. I felt like that. Every time we visit like a new park, I feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's just like brand new and I'm just soaking it in. Trying to figure out how it works. Kidder, I love this. You're polling the results already. Yeah, Ashley set up a poll. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. Is it at the top of it?
Yeah, it's at the top.
Cool. So guys, go vote if you haven't already. And we'll go over the results when we get more to the main topic. But I'm excited to see it build.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Oh my gosh.
Thanks for that.
Oh my gosh.
Jameson, what's up, Jameson? Thank you for being here. Says, wait, I love Flight of Passage. My heart broken. I love that ride too, but it is super busy, and I like hearing it from both perspectives.
Yeah, we're going to talk all of this towards... We have some news to get through, and then
Should I just save all these comments from when it happens?
Can you save them?
I
Yeah,
can do that.
Save them, yeah.
I can do that.
It's going to be crazy.
Here you go, Ash.
Jacqueline, hi guys, couldn't decide to vote for because I haven't been to Florida, but I do like Peter Pan.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Oh, I love this from Abby. Which Elliot was freaking cute.
Oh my God. Thank you. It was so funny because when I got Elliot his little zombie poop bags, I was like, what? Like, he's a witchy dog. Like, he has like witchy little energy. And so you putting him on his little broomstick was awesome.
Yeah, if you guys don't already know, that was in our Midsummer Scream. I just kind of threw in a clip from that day. It was super fun. But if you haven't seen it, go watch that video, or we can just play that clip real quick.
Yeah, let's play that. Do you guys want to see Witchy Elliot? Well, that's Dot.
Because Elliot's a Halloweeny dog too.
Elliot's a Halloweeny dog too.
I mean, guys, come on.
I love him so much.
Well, Elliot's the best. Thank you for saying that. I had so much fun with that.
I'm glad you guys noticed that. Thank you. We want to get Elliot in more of our videos somehow.
Yeah.
So Turning him into a witch seemed right.
It's fitting, real fitting. Shout out to Justin for being here. What's up, Justin? Says hello, Mouse Vibes. Hello there, Mouse Vibes. Yesterday, I decided to switch to a professional account on Instagram, and my category is digital creator.
That's awesome.
That's amazing, man. You're on your way there. Everyone from now on is Justin, digital creator.
Yes,
DS.
that's awesome. And you can see your analytics and everything when you switch to a business account.
Congratulations. That's a good milestone, man. Here we go. From Jane. What's up, Jane? I haven't seen you in the chat before. Thank you for being here.
Hi, guys. Loved your Wild Rivers video. Thank you. We had so much fun. And for those of you that are still planning on going to Wild Rivers, they just opened up the Pacific Grill today. So there is another food option to go. When we went, it was still getting built, but they just opened it up today. We had such a good time at Wild Rivers. That's one of my favorite videos that we've put out in a while. It was just so much fun.
Yeah.
It was like sincere joy.
I feel like every time we go to a water park, it's one of those things that you remember. It's like so much fun. I don't do it too often. And I still get freaked out, not as much as like going on a roller coaster. But when you get to those tall slides and you're walking up those stairs and waiting in line for some of those attractions is like death defying.
Oh no. When we were both at Not Soak City and at Wild Rivers, when we were at the tallest one, I was leaning over and Nick literally looked like he was going to like vomit, faint. I don't know. He got all sweaty and he's like, get back, get back, get back. And I'm like, what? And he's like, get back, get back. And I'm like, why? And he's like, you're close to the edge. What if you fall? And I was like, babe, I'm not going to fall. And then the wind would move. Oh my God.
The wind was shaking.
It's fine.
And it's at every water park. It's that same type of thing. And it's slippery. And like my mom mentality in me comes out. I'm like, all these kids are leaning over. How's no one paying attention to this?
I've like come to find, we've been dating for 6 years. You're a panicker.
I am.
Like I didn't realize it when we first started dating. And like you were a panic man.
I'm a solution. I will provide a solution to that problem. You will provide a solution,
but you panic first.
Yes.
Yeah.
First I panic.
Which is fine.
Then we get to there.
But.
Here you go, Ash.
Abarca family, happy Monday, y'all. How excited are you for Oogie Boogie? We're so excited, but I'm going to be super transparent. I feel like our outfits from last year cannot be topped, and we cannot figure out our outfits. And like, it's literally like a month out and we don't know what we're going to be. We had an idea and it was a solidified idea. And then I found out everyone and their grandma is going to have that outfit. So now we don't have an outfit and we have to figure something out. And we have to take into account that it's going to be blazing hot. But I am so pumped for Oogie Boogie Bash. It's going to be so much fun.
I can't wait. The fun thing about it is that we're not doing opening night. So we get to watch our favorite creators put out their videos. And I think we're going like mid-month.
Yeah.
So with a little bit of time, hopefully it cools down just a little bit. We'll get a scope of everything, but it's my favorite event over at the Disneyland Resort. I can't wait.
Oogie Boogie Bash is like, it's just the best. Like that event, like I do not mind paying the extra ticket for that event. It is so much fun.
I think we'll figure out an awesome idea. Just wait. Again, the panic thing.
Yeah.
Panic solution.
We have a couple things in mind, but I'm just like, oh. So we'll see.
Here we go from one of our favorite Mouse Vibe members, Hugh.
Oh my God. Salute, Mouse Vibes. Looking forward to everyone's hot takes. I'm ready to slander some Disney attractions coming from a place of love, of course. Yeah,
yes,
all of it is
that.
love. Thank you, Hugh. With this super chat, you are automatically entered in our monthly giveaway. Good luck.
Roman's here. What's up, Roman?
What's up? Finally get to take my break during Mouse Vibes Mondays. Roman, so nice that you're here, and it was so great to meet you.
So awesome. And he gave us the most awesome VHS gift ever.
Yeah.
Our first horror movie on VHS.
Yeah.
Boom. Starting a collection.
So cool.
Now we just have to get a VHS.
Yeah.
Jaden, VHS is a media platform that was used before DVDs.
Sometimes, like, I really can't believe, like, there's people that don't know what CDs are that never. I don't want to age myself right now.
I love that. Project Theme Park, what's up, man?
What up, Grant? Awesome live stream today. We love you.
Yeah, it's really cool seeing you. I don't know if you were here earlier when we plugged the podcast.
Yeah.
But if you're not already, follow Project Theme Park.
Yeah.
Love that. Danny's here, and he brought the booty encrusted with him.
Booty encrusted must never be used to describe spaceship Earth or living with the land. It is nothing but love for living with the land here.
Oh, here's a good one, Ash.
I promise.
Where did you get that shirt?
So I got this shirt from the Lost Bros. I just like their shirt designs are so fire, and when the haunted what was it? Muppets Haunted Mansion came out. They came out with this shirt design quickly, and I was like, I knew I had to have it for spooky season, so I love it.
It's one of my favorites. I felt like last year the Muppet Haunted Mansion was one of my favorite things in a long time.
Dude, the Muppet Haunted Mansion, like, it was the perfect length. I love the Muppets. Like, I love the Muppets so much, and I love their, like, adult humor. Like, if, like I feel like it's awesome. It's also great for parents because they get some of those, like, adult zingers in there, but it's still kid appropriate. You know what I mean? It's, like, it's so good. The writing for the Muppets is so good.
I feel like this is going to go on a weird Muppet tangent for a second. What's going on? How come we can't get more Muppets? They've tried to bring it back so many different times. At like that ABC show.
Yeah.
They have an awesome show on Disney Plus where it's like almost like a live stream how they do it. It's really fun and creative. Are kids not into the Muppets?
There's some people, like, I have a couple friends with their hot takes. Like, I don't get the love for the Muppets. And I'm like, well, you know what? The rest of us do.
You don't get it.
Honey. Okay, we get it. Oh,
I love that. Are you guys getting the magic bands for Disneyland? That's a good question.
So, Lopez Vlogs, we haven't for Disneyland, but we bought magic bands for our Walt Disney World trip for Magic Band Pluses, but I'm sure we'll end up getting some out here. But the thing with me and our home park, I already wear an Apple Watch, but, like, I might get it if there's cool things to it. But I don't need it for, like, or like my pass or anything. But if there's, like, activations, I'd be down to try that out because that'd be really cool.
And I think it's one of those where I'm going to watch how it kind of progresses. Right now, I don't feel like it's necessary for how we visit the parks. How we do Walt Disney World, totally. At Disneyland, maybe once we get more details on what's going on with it in Mickey's Toontown, or if there's going to be other type of games. To me, the Bounty Hunter experience, I watched Ordinary Adventures video, it looked awesome. I don't know if that's something I would do all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, could you imagine Ashley trying to get on Matterhorn 75 times a day and have to, like, let's go bounty hunting? That's just, like, not for her. So maybe if it, like, went with attractions, and hopefully we get to see that within the treehouse or, you know, Mickey. And I have a big feeling, too, the Moana water spectacle coming to Epcot is going to be heavily influenced by that as well.
Also, like, and this isn't a diss to anybody, but there are so many Walt Disney World creators that did videos showing what they all do, and I'm grateful that they did, because I don't want to spend my Walt Disney World vacation going to every statue and being like, well, it didn't light up. I'd be so annoyed. Like, I just want to get on rides. They get margaritas. They get more rides. Get more margaritas. I don't want to sit there and do all that.
What if you could order your margarita with your magic band?
And, like, some pixie dust came out and was like, here's your margarita.
It gets flown out by a drone and helicopter.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
I actually like that.
But I was, like, able to see on everybody's videos what all the statues do. So maybe I'll do, like, one or two. And then if I don't need to sit there and make my whole day a statue Magic Band Plus day, you know?
Mm-hmm. But there's other things. It's like, that's like the plus added to it. There's still like the Magic Band features that does all the other things. So it is kind of cool to see where it's starting and where it's going to go.
Yeah.
And hopefully at D23 get a better idea of what's happening with it.
Agreed.
From Peter, he says, no original Epcot hate. Good. Ashley can't slander the amazing purple dragons then. Well, I mean, like, it's changed a couple times, right?
You said no original Epcot hate. I'm not hating on anything, but they're...
Whoa.
Yeah. We'll
get into that, Peter. Dang it.
Little purple dragon that farted on us.
Kaylani, what's up? Thank you for being here. Happy Mouse Vibes Mondays. Join just in time to catch Ashley's swamp statement.
Sorry.
Your timing is impeccable.
I'm sorry. We all get it, though.
Everyone knows it. Everyone knows it.
It's two things we always get in Orlando. All of us get swamp butt, and for any of us that aren't super, super skinny and don't have a thigh gap, we get shaved thighs. You don't get shaved thighs. I get shaved thighs.
I get the swamp part.
Then I'm walking like this, and then I have to go get cream. Nick's gonna hate me after this live. Am I the TMI Queen of America? I'm sorry.
Be you, Ash.
Hashtag relatable.
There's not ever a point in her life where she's not 100% Ashley, so I don't expect that on Mouse Vibes Mondays. That's why we're here. That's why I watch it.
Whatever.
Shout out to Roman with the super chat. What's up, Roman? Thank you so much. I love you guys.
We love you too. You guys are so sweet.
You're so sweet, man. Thank you. And you're automatically entered into the next giveaway. Thank you for hanging on your lunch break.
Yeah.
And always rocking with us.
So
We need a Universal Day soon, dude.
Seriously.
Here we go. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Brian Bautista!
What up? We sent your package today, so it should be there within the next couple days. I just want to give you a heads up.
Last month's winner.
Yes.
All around great guy. And just seeing what's up.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh my gosh, nerds doing things. What's up, Joel? Hope you're doing well, man. I haven't seen you for a while. This poll's causing drama. Yeah, you start talking about things people love in life and where they really hate, and it just really starts it off. Yeah. People get so like offended by it.
People get really. I think it's all about. Here's the thing. It's all about delivering. I've learned this later in life because I used to. If you follow me on Twitter, that's the toned down version of me because I learned that like I can't just like spout hot takes and everything. Like, for example, don't hate me. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. And for years I was like anti-Taylor Swift, her music sucks. And then I was like, actually it doesn't suck. It's still not for me, but I respect it. And it's all about your delivery and tone. Because I know we have some Swifties in the chat. It's not for me, but I respect it. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sting. I don't see with music. I can respect the fact that he makes it.
I respect it, but it's not for me.
SoCal pals are in the chat. What's up, guys? Hope you're doing well. It's great seeing you in the chat. Thank you for being here. Here you go, Ash. We need a shout out.
Please shout me out. Me Bodhi.
Shout out me Bodhi.
Shout out to me Bodhi. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Chelton's here. Hi, friends. I'm here for Mouse Vibes Mondays.
Yes. Thanks for being here, Chelton.
You're the best, man. I hope you're having a great Monday.
Oh my gosh, so funny.
All right, we're just rifling through it, guys. I know I'm like, I try to read everyone's comments, so please bear with me.
You're so funny.
Ashley XO.
Oh my god, when are we getting a makeup tutorial, Ash? Link the glitter. I've linked it on my Instagram a couple times, but if any of you guys are interested in glitter, I exclusively buy glitter from Lemonhead LA. That's what I have on right now. It's all vegan, cruelty-free, organic glitter. I don't even know how glitter can be organic. I don't even know where it comes from, but this is the glitter I use. I love it. It stays through Orlando heat. It stays through the heat out here. It doesn't melt off your face. Yeah. It's the best. And then you can also use it as hair gel, which I do quite often for like a high bun.
See, when Ashley was talking about the swampy part, the waddling from the chafing, being like just her hair a mess after a long Epcot day, one thing that's holding her makeup and
always,
glitter.
Yeah.
So they do a good job.
Yeah.
It's the trademark. I love it. Josie JD. Hello, it's the Filipino and Nick to be panicked.
Dude, you guys, Nick is a panicker.
Yes,
I love you. We're not trying to crap on you. But...
Oh, this is like so toned down from like my mom. My mom would be screaming like, "Get away from there! What are you doing?" I'm just over there sweating.
Oh, no.
Like
something like for any of you guys that are even friendships or relationships, something that we had a couple weeks ago, I had to tell Nick this. I'm like, "Babe, are you open to some relationship feedback?" And he goes, "Sure." So I ran into something and I like cut my leg and I started crying. And the first thing Nick was like, "Why would you run into that?" And I was like, "Are you open to some feedback?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Babe, if I'm hurt, you need to comfort me and not yell at me for getting hurt. Don't panic." He's like, "Well, I'm panicked that you're not feeling." I was like, "I get it, but you need to nurture me first." And then maybe a couple days later be like, "Why were you doing that to get hurt?" Do you know what I mean?
There's a real humbling moment that I'm like slowly becoming my parents and my grandparents. Like, that would happen to me. I'd fall down like, "Why did you do that?
Oh my God.
Why are you bleeding?"
I know.
I don't know. I'm a human being.
Like when I hit my pinky toe on the table, we're like, "Why are you going so fast?" I was like, "Just kiss my pinky toe, man."
Jacqueline Chillin, here we go.
Have you guys seen the new Halloween merch that dropped today at Disney? That giant Mickey pumpkin is calling my name. Yes, I saw it. It is so freaking cute. The ones that have my eye are the little cups. I don't know if they're candles or cups, but with the old school Mickey skeletons on it. That looks super cute. I love Disney Halloween stuff. We're about to take down all of our decorations. I have they came out in like 2020. It's like the Mickey candle thing and you put the lights in there. And I put a disco light in there during Halloween season. And then Mickey like is a rave light.
Yeah, I think it's one of the glow cubes.
Yeah, we put in a glow cube. That's what we put in there. It's really cool.
That's awesome. It's one of my favorite times. Like our house is about to be transformed next time you see it.
Yeah,
so get ready, guys.
Ready.
Here we go for Mr. Disney King.
Pick a villain to worship by dressing in their honor for Oogie Boogie Bash.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
What's a good villain to do? Put her on the spot, guys.
I mean, Ursula's good, but the thing is, I'm going to sound like such a whiny brat. It's when we were at Oogie Boogie Bash last year, you guys, it was so hot. And we were in like lounge pants and like a t-shirt. I can't imagine the people that like do full cosplay that are like, I can't be that sweaty. I'll freak out and panic. Yeah. So I have to think of something that doesn't have a lot of layers. Because I was like, Oh, I don't want to say it in case we do it.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know.
All the merch looked awesome.
It looked great.
Looks really good. Here we go from SoCal Pals.
Hey guys, happy Mousewives Mondays. Midsummer Scream was crazy, but in a good way. Oh my gosh, Midsummer Scream was so much fun. Like, I was so grateful for that experience. I can't wait to go next year. And again, shout out to our friend Adventures with David, who like is one of the kindest humans we've ever met and like really walked us through that and like messaged me with like tips and pointers, and it was really cool. So Midsummer Scream was the best.
It's one of my favorite events. Like, the community, all the aspect of everyone joining for horror, and I didn't realize it was only its like 5th year. So to see it grow for the next couple of years is going to be really cool. Yeah,
it's just super. And I just love, like, I love being around people that are like jazzed about the same thing. Like when you're all there united as one to love something. Like that's why I love going to concerts so much. Like you're just like screaming every lyric to the person with the person next to you that you don't even know, but like you're united by that, you know. It's like, it's beautiful.
And just to see like how much I don't know, like I was going there and over like the different monsters and mazes across, everything was just so eye-opening, and it was like really cool to see so many passionate people. So we got to step our Halloween game up.
You got to step your Halloween game up, boo, not me.
Okay.
You need to help me decorate this year. Nick does this thing every year for Christmas and Halloween where I'm like, babe, let's like get our spooky playlist on and this and this and this. He's like, okay. And then he sits down, drinks a beer, and watch me do it.
Move it a couple inches this way. Looks good.
He's like, no. I'm like, oh my God, so funny.
Well, I feel like my whole thing is I'm the prep guy and the takedown, which we meet in the middle. You know what I mean? If Ashley's cooking in the kitchen, I'm cleaning. No problem. Same thing with the decorating. She has no one giving her creative direction. She's doing it by herself. I just clear it, bring the box out when she's like, hey, get this out of here. Boom, put it away.
Yeah. Nick didn't start watching horror movies until we started dating, and he didn't do any like Halloween activities until we met. So this is all like still new to him, but we love it.
I feel like I always loved like campy horror movies, but not like every season. I'm that kid that would get freaked out and sleep with the lights on or sleep out on the couch for a week. Even when I had roommates in college, I saw Paranormal Activity, slept on the couch for a week.
Scary movies.
What are you doing?
I think Shelton and I were talking about this, but scary movies are so different than going to like Halloween Horror Nights, because it's like once you leave the maze, like you go home and whatever, like you don't think that one of the guys from the maze is going to like come in your house. But then when you watch a scary movie, it's just like that eerie feeling and you're like, ooh, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I love it. Here we go. We got a super chat from Chelton. Dude, what's up?
Oh my
Thank
God,
you.
Chelton. I'm ready for those hot takes. I love Ashley's hot takes, but now I'm ready for some Nick takes. I swear there better not be any Mr. Toads hate.
I would never do that, but Rudio would. He did right under you. Rudio!
Mr. Toad's gotta go.
No. See, like, Disneyland's going to be the hardest one for us going through, just because there's so many classic attractions that have been, copied and pasted around the world. And it's just so cool. It's like original technology. Mr. Toad, the fact that it's the only one now, you can barely find merch for it. I love it.
Mr. Toad's needs the Snow White treatment. Sorry. And Pinocchio needs to get bulldozed, lit on fire, and thrown into the ocean. Sorry. Okay.
Hard left.
Mr. Toad should not leave, but it needs to get the beautification that Snow White did, because it deserves to be there, because it's awesome.
Yeah. Julian the Barber's here. What's up, man?
Yes. I like how at Walt Disney World, when you get off rides, you can scan your Magic Band. Instead of here at Disneyland, you have to put the code in the app.
I do love that.
Oh, yeah.
Streamlined.
Danny and Mondo were talking about on Speculation Sunday. The first time we went to Walt Disney World and I had a Magic Band on, it didn't register with me that when you walk into rock and roller coasters that your names are on the thing. I didn't know how it worked, and I looked at Nick. I was like, oh my God, my name's on the thing, and it did not click literally until Speculation Sunday like 2 weeks ago. Then it's like magic. I was like,
Ashley was like, who here knows me? This is crazy.
I was like, what is happening? I had no idea. I felt like such a dork, but whatever.
Is there another Ashley Holla back here?
Shut up.
Mythical Quill.
I was in Epcot a few weeks ago and the bands weren't working with some of the statues. LOL. Yeah, that's what I saw. A lot of people had to like walk back and then do this and then do this. So hopefully the kinks get worked out.
I love that. Oh, this is a good one.
She transparencies from Ashley is freaking hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
I know I'm TMI girl. Sorry.
Okay, here we go. I like this one too from Jennifer.
Okay, glad someone else is in the same boat as me with Taylor Swift, LOL. Yeah. I've seen her live a bajillion times and I respect the hustle. and I like her radio hits, but I'm just not like, it's like one big artist, and I'm like, but I'm not mean about it.
You're amazing. I love that. And then right after this for Jay Carey. As long as we all respect Mariah Carey, all good.
Mariah Carey. Yes, Mariah Carey is the best.
Mariah Carey fans too are like so loyal. My Nana's friend Brad sees her like 10 times, and when she goes on tour, he goes like to all the shows. Dude. That's like his thing, is the Mariah Carey fest.
I'll never forget. Sorry, random story. When I worked at Kiss, Mariah Carey, we had these like lounges that we'd have, and they were like at noon on a Tuesday. So all these people took off work to come meet Mariah Carey at noon on a Tuesday, and then she didn't show up till 6 p.m. that day.
So Mariah.
But she looked so beautiful when she walked in, and we were like, I got so much overtime that day because I wasn't supposed to be there all day, but I was in charge of helping Mariah in the green room.
I love that.
Yeah.
And she gets a pass for life for having like the best Christmas song. One of the best ones.
Yeah.
She gets a pass, like, she's all right.
Mariah Carey's the best. Anyway, yeah.
Going back to another Jay Carey, this is good.
Your Grand Californian stay got us hooked on your channel. Thanks for the great content. Disneyland Hotel stay in the future. I'm so glad you liked that video. It was so much fun to make. We definitely want to stay at the Disneyland Hotel, but Nick and I are kind of on the vibe that if we do, we want to wait until the construction's done. Just because, like, I know how I am. I can be a bit diva-ish, and if we get a room that's, like, right by the construction, and then I get woken up by construction when we paid all that money, I'll get upset.
Yes.
So, just, I want to wait till it's all done, but, like, I can't wait to stay at the Disneyland Hotel. Like, I heard I've never been inside the rooms, but I want to see, like, the light-up beds in action, and it's just, like, a breathtaking hotel, and then you can walk right down to Trader Sam's.
Definitely. I think both that hotel and what's the other one being remodeled to? Is it a Pixar hotel or Toy Story? Pixar, right?
I think it's a Pixar hotel.
Whenever that opens up, we're going to try to stay at both of them when they're done. But thank you for the kind words about our video. We had a lot of fun that weekend. That was a turn-up weekend for sure.
I've noticed, like, we've gotten a lot of new comments from people that just discovered us based on older videos, and it's really, really cool. And, like, my favorite thing is when a new person discovers the Mousevibes channel and they're watching every single video over the course of the day and commenting on every single one. I'm like, that's so cool.
That is awesome. That's so fun. It's like, I feel like that's the way that I would, like, take in music.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'd find an artist and then play that song to death, and then I would find every other song they did and be like, all right, now, who influenced them? And then I find a whole other band. And I feel like it's the same way in YouTube. Like, I found, I forget who it was initially, but I think it was like a Fresh Bake or something. Mm-hmm. And it related back over. And I found Peter and Kitch's channel. And that's when I was like, these guys are awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I was that person who watched every one of the videos. Yeah. That's cool. I like this one for Kaylani. I just had to remind Sonny that how he is panicking and didn't even realize it. I get you, man. I get it.
Or Nick's always in a hurry.
Yeah.
Always. Like the other day I was like, we're leaving at 1 and it's like 12:30. He's like, I'm like, babe, we said 1. He's like, I'm like, we said 1. I have 30 minutes. I love you.
I know.
Quirky guy.
But I know how that routine works. She has 30 minutes, but she's going to go on TikTok for 29 of those minutes. And then that last minute, she's going to try to grab 50 things. And we're going to get downstairs. She's like, do I have my phone?
Whatever. Oh my God. You're so funny.
It's never happened, I swear. Big Hit Entertainment. What's up, man? Thank you for being here.
Hi, guys. Oh my gosh. Thank you for being here. We still have the photo that you sent us in our little gizmo shrine. I'll never forget that.
That was like just about a year ago. So
yeah. Very
appreciated and great to see you in the chat. Crystal and Chris, what's up, dudes?
Mousevibes Mondays. Don't forget to smash that like button. Woo! We're at 58 likes. I think we might be able to get 100 today. That'd be cool.
It's either that or when we get to the main topic, we're like 50 down.
I know, right? When we get to the main topic and the second we start giving hot takes, but it's okay.
That's amazing. Thank you guys for being here. Theme park and horror stuff. Theme parks and horror stuff.
You guys have to go to Monsterpalooza as well. We are going to Monsterpalooza. Nick's, what is it?
My
cousin's husband. What is that in relation?
He's my cousin.
Nick's cousin has his own booth at Monsterpalooza and invited us, so we're gonna go, and I'm really stoked to go. I think it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I think it's in like December or something.
October.
Mm-hmm. Why would it be in December?
I know.
I don't know. But it's over here at the Burbank Convention Center, so it's going to be super close to us. And we're going to go support Marco and become monsters for the day.
It's going to be fun.
What a huge change from last year when we were making, like, I don't even know what videos we were even making. Like, a year ago, we were like, at Downtown Disney, like speculating when it was going to open up, and now we're going to like Monster Palooza and stuff.
No,
like what happened?
no. This time last year we were in Florida.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's like been 3 years. It just went like that. But no, I feel you.
It's all lumped together for me.
If you look at old Mousevibes videos, we were in our living room at our old house. Those are crazy. Yeah.
I like this one from Kidder. He threw this out there before. I love it though.
I'll throw it out there again. Nick dresses as a genie. Ashley dresses as a giant plus sign, and together they are genie plus ruggy.
I love that. Do you want to be the genie then? I'm a huge plus sign. What are you? Just a plus.
Just a plus sign.
That's pretty good, actually. Jennifer, let's give Nick a Halloween 101 lesson, please. Yes. That'd be great. I need
Spooky.
that. Boo, it's Judy. Hello, everyone. Thank
Hi,
you for
Judy.
being here. I love that. Here we go. I like this from Abby. Yeah, Mr. Toad is weird.
It is weird. Yeah, it is weird.
Oh, here we go from Danny. This is cool. I'll go grab this while he says this.
Nick, show us all the Mr. Toad's Wild Ride mug you got. That's awesome because people don't know that exists. Yeah, Nick, I couldn't find him for a second last night, and then he went and got this really cool mug because he is Mr. Toad's Wild Ride Stand for Life. And we have the Mr. Toad Wild Ride Funko over here, too.
Look at how massive this thing is.
Is it like a soup mug?
I don't know. They sold it as like a giant coffee cup, but you could have soup in here. You could probably have I'd say 3 scoops of ice cream in here minimum.
Dang.
I know.
Oh my God.
You know, it's heavy, right?
This is a big mug. This is awesome. This is a really cool
And
mug.
I just kind of like the small tip too. Like if you've been on Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, he was like drinking and driving, and that's how he ends up, wherever he ends up. And I love that they sell drinkware of him. Like how ironic.
I just like that he's like, what does this look like? Is he checking a babe out? Does he know you're about to go straight to hell? Like, what is it?
It's like the illusion to no matter where you are in the room, it's staring at
Staring
you.
at you, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Well, thank you for reminding us that. I love that. I'm late. No, you're here. You're vibing with us right now. We're like 40 minutes in, so I'm sure you're caught up on everything. Here we go. There's a lot of Mr. Toad. Should we just kind of get into this?
Yeah, well,
let's hit this last couple super chats.
Let's hit the super chats and let's go over some minimal Disney news and then we'll get into it.
Boom.
Because I think
everyone wants it.
Everyone wants it. Give the people what they want.
Shout out to Ryan. He with the super chat.
Woo!
What up, Nick and Ashley? Mousevibes Mondays.
Yeah. Who. Mousevibes Mondays. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Thank you for being here, Ryan, and always supporting. It means lots to us
Yes.
both. I like this one too. We'll hit this last one.
Oh, I try to tell everybody about you guys. Your videos are so fun. Thank you.
Means
We
a
try
lot,
to
guys.
just have fun. Like we're definitely not the super informative channel, but we do just want to show you guys how to have a good time. So we're happy that that's what you get from our videos.
It's the best. That's seriously when we go to Disneyland, we don't really have the most information. We can show you how to have a good time though and get everything done. We'll just stick with that.
Oh my God.
Like in blues, you just have to play one note. It's kind of similar.
Yeah.
Hit that note. Let's hit this first thing. Let's talk about some Disney news.
Okay, you guys. So Hocus Pocus 2 is coming on September 30th, only on Disney Plus. We're back, witches. This is iconic for, I think, everybody. I was going to say millennials, but I think this, we shared this movie with all ages, and I do feel like the original does stand the test of time. And I'm sure a lot of parents, aunties, uncles have shown their kids, this movie. It's amazing. I think it's one of the most iconic Halloween movies ever.
It's definitely Disney's most iconic Halloween movie.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, it's going to be on Freeform for the entire month of October.
Yeah.
31 Nights of Freeform. It's kind of like the Home Alone of Halloween movies.
Yeah.
It plays on everything.
But it's going to be fun. So it's coming out September 30th. It's going to be good. I haven't done a lot of research on the movie because I kind of want to just be surprised. I'm really excited for it though. And it's going to be right there to kick off October. So we'll already be halfway through Halloween season. So it'll be nice to have something to look forward to towards the middle, Mm-hmm.
The tagline is pretty awesome too. We're back, witches.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I saw too I forget what news site it was that the last thing they were doing was a musical number. So there's another iconic music number that's going to be done in this. Can't wait for it.
I can't wait either. But yeah, so mark your calendars, you guys. September 30th, Hocus Pocus 2.
Can't wait. Okay, let's go back into the park. Let's talk a little news over at Disney's California Adventure.
Oh my God. So Danny and Rudio tagged us on this. I'm assuming it is just a refurb, but I know that Hollywoodland is crusty, dusted, and busted. I get it. But you guys have watched enough of our videos to know this is one of the easiest and best places to grab a quick drink at DCA. And if you're just overwhelmed by the heat or the crowd, it's always empty back there. You can get some shade and just kick it. And then there's a really good studio food truck. Like, I just hope that they're just like buttering it up, making it more shiny, new paint job or something. Because if it's gone or whatever, I'm going to freak out.
I can't imagine them like investing a ton of money into Hollywoodland without like a complete revamp.
Yeah.
It's probably just making it easier for the workers or widening the space or just, I don't know. I feel like this area hasn't really been touched in a long time. So it needs it. Yeah. There's really like, I like what Derek has to say. Literally the only reason I ever come back here and it's gone.
Yeah. I'm sure it's just a refurb. I mean, it did like the red paint was like looking pretty faded. There was not really any theming, not that it needs theming, but like maybe they're just like making it shiny and new again. So I just want it to be open back up because that was a bummer not being able to go there yesterday.
Yeah. I feel like it's always one of my favorite, another one of those things, like it's the Hollywood Lounge in the Hollywood backlot. Like, who is this like lounge for? Like the people working on the lot? I've never had a bar at my job. It's kind of interesting. What do they call that? A grippuccino. A couple grippuccinos over here. I love that. Hopefully. Oh my gosh, Joe Hughes. He always comes in with something fire. I love that.
Bring back the Mad Tea Party to this area. I mean, honestly, that whole back area is meant for a rave or a party. Like, they do need to bring it back. It's just like asphalt and some random stage, which they do have really good performances on that stage, but like they should bring back some sort of party back there. There's so much space. There's so much room for cool lighting. Like, I agree with that comment.
A lot of room for activities. I love that. I love Joe brought that Mad Tea Party. And I was waiting for Danny to hit his on this, but he has this right here.
Hollywood Lounge needs some love. I hope it's looking fresh when it's done.
Yeah.
Me too.
There's nothing Hollywood about that lounge. So I'm glad that they're giving a little TLC. Exploring attractions. What's up, man?
What's up, Scott? That construction is definitely a new e-ticket attraction themed to Minions.
To walk through. I love that.
Oh my gosh.
Stephanie's here. Thanks for being here, Steph.
Finally got here after a 2-hour meeting. How much drama and judgment did I miss? Not a lot yet. We're about to get into it in like the next 10. We're going through some news and then we're going to get into it.
Basically, what you miss is that Ashley told everyone that I'm panicky. That's about it.
And that I told people that we get swampy in Orlando.
2 key moments.
2 key moments, yeah.
That's Cliff Notes for it. I love that. So Hollywood Lounge, something to look forward to. We actually were just over there yesterday and it really feels dead without it.
It does.
Just because like, you know, there's the PhilharMagic, but it's inside. You have the Stage 17, the massive shopping area all inside. Even with Mike and Soli over there, it just feels like a little bit quiet without it.
I just feel like there could be a party every day over there without it needing to be centered towards Halloween or a holiday or something. Like, because like they had the Celebrate Soulfully group out there yesterday. And like, unless you know something's going on, no one's going to go back there. Like if all of it was popping and there was like arts and crafts and like a DJ or something, I know that's extra money, but do that every single day to get more people back there and away from the other attractions, you know? Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's my idea.
She's got great ideas, guys.
Thanks.
She'll be here for another hour. Boo, it's Judy. I love this. Someone had to say it.
Electronica, though. Yes, Electronica was so good.
That was my favorite thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was like one of my, like the Flint Arcade, all of it that fit perfect.
Mm-hmm.
How do we get back to that?
I don't know.
Is that third Tron movie getting made, or is that just completely gone? Your guy Jared Leto is supposed to star in it.
Oh my God! If Jared Leto, no, stop it.
Eh?
Stop.
As long as they get Daft Punk, I'm good with it.
No.
The Lost Boys and Girls.
I agree with that. Mad Tea Party was a blast. We would dance and hang out with friends all the time, especially with our custom-made Mad Tea Hop Tots. Yeah, it's so fun. Like I wish that they would bring back some sort of party because it's just like a random area now.
And it was the White Rabbit who was the DJ, right?
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
Yeah, I think, right?
Yeah, I think it was.
Okay.
Mad Tea Party was phenomenal.
Yeah.
It was. I love that area. They got to do something. Cola Dub.
Wonder if they're just going to retheme it to fit in with the Avengers theme. I figured that, honestly. Like, I personally feel like it's a ticking time bomb, that entire street, including the Animation Academy. And I have a feeling within the next couple years, they're going to bulldoze that entire thing and really make Avengers bigger. What I would hope, though, is that they add more rides to Avengers and we're not just stuck with the booty ride that is Web Slingers.
Wow, shots fired.
It's just like, boring. It's not boring, but it's like not like it's cool for little kids going to the park for the first time, but like the return for web slingers just like all the time, you know what I mean? It's just like it's not that land is worthy of so much more than just that attraction.
And I understand what they were trying to do with Spider-Man. Like, let's have our most popular character within Marvel have the most popular ride that everyone can ride. I wish it was more thrilling. Yeah. That's all. Electronica can never be topped. This bar will always been there at the end of the line club for me. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. I need to go back there. The bars, clubs, Flint Arcade, all that. Here we go from Disney Elijah. What's up, Elijah?
Elijah, we love you. Why does Hollywood Studios have a better themed Hollywood area than the California park? Dude, you are so right. Like, honestly, like, I know that everybody thinks it's a booty park. Disney Hollywood Studios is... I love Hollywood Studios out in Florida, and that street is so iconic. And like literally coming from California, it looks just like it does it so well. And then ours is this like afterthought. It's just like
I love that.
No theming.
If we want to check out like the Brown Derby, we need to go to Florida, and both parks have it there. Universal and Disney Studios.
Yeah.
But we can't get it here.
It's so weird.
Love that.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I agree. Web slingers didn't make my cut. I get it why they did it. It eats up people and it's great for all ages. I get it, but it could have been better. We could have had more animatronics in between the show scenes. There could have been more action happening as opposed to literally like whoop screen, you're done. Like there could have been more.
Yeah, I get it. Andrew Ortiz is here. What's up, Drew?
They should make that area Wakanda. The last time I was there was some Wakanda stuff. That would be awesome. I think that would be great. I wouldn't be mad if that entire street got rehauled to Avengers Campus at all, as long as it added more character and it wasn't just more like what industrial looking. You know what I mean?
I feel like that's kind of been like the theme of all of Avengers Campus, not only here but in Paris as well, is like that industrial theme. And even though it looks like period, it just doesn't feel like a theme park space. It feels like I'm going through a warehouse.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Drake, what's up, Drake? Thank you for being here. How's everyone doing tonight? DCA needs help. Yes, it does.
It's funny because like I'm such a DCA stan that like I love DCA the way it is, but like I always want more like turn up rides. But yeah, that area needs something. It's so random. Like when they put in Monsters Inc. over there. Obviously, because the Superstar limo was problematic, but like they didn't fix anything else, so it's just like this random Monsters Inc. ride, and it, like none of it makes any sense. But then it kind of also adds to the charm. You know,
I agree with that. Here's a good one from the Lost Boys and Girls.
Would love if they can save Disney Animation and retheme it to match Buena Vista Street, maybe a replica of the old animation studios.
See, that's kind of like my biggest thing too, Jake, is like the animation studios. Everyone talks about retheming the whole Hollywoodland area into Avengers. And that's like the one thing I'm not willing to budge with. The animation building is still one of my favorite things at Disney's California Adventure. I love that area. They have to figure out a way to save it. Or just like completely move on. I don't know how they're going to really work it out.
I don't know how they're going to... I don't know. Like, I'm not like privy enough to knowing about like architecture and space and permits to know where they can expand Avengers Campus. But it's an obvious choice to me that if they were going to expand Avengers Campus, that would be the first place to go.
I agree with that. I like this one from Ryan. We got Web Slingers and at Walt Disney World got Cosmic Rewind. That's the reality of it.
We're in need. I'm sorry. Our park, we're in need of more stuff. We need something more. Walt Disney World gets all the cool stuff. They're getting Tron. They're getting Cosmic Rewind. Those are two massive coasters. We need more.
I feel like they get more of the thrill of it, but like, I don't know. I understand the sentiment of like wanting to change the park and wanting to do this, but like, how much has changed in the last like 5 years is more than my entire childhood. So like, how much more do you want at Disneyland? I don't know.
Yeah.
It gives us a good reason to go visit Walt Disney World. Everyone's talking, by the way, about Glowfest. I'm sorry I missed what Glowfest was. Glowfest was so good. Plenty of drunken nights spent there with friends. Yeah. Danny hit on it as well. I saw a couple other people. Rudio. We missed Glowfest.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Also, I just want to give a special shout out to Jalen's in the chat. He's super late, guys, but he's been working on his first stop motion movie. Congratulations, Jalen. That's awesome. That's really cool, dude.
Jalen, that is so cool. I don't know if you guys have watched the Light and Magic series on Disney Plus.
Oh, it's so good.
But they talk a lot about stop motion, Jalen, in that. And like, I know that you watched our Icons of Darkness video. Nick put in a lot of like the claymation and the dinosaur and everything in it. And I think that's really, really cool that you're making your dreams come true and that you see something on the screen that you like and you're working on your first stop motion video. Like, I can't wait to see it. That is like, everybody, that's cool.
Thank you.
That is so cool.
I'm proud of you, dude. Definitely check out Lights and Magic. You would dig it. And it's like, I don't know how many episodes. We're only 4 in, and it's like blowing my mind.
Yeah.
It's so cool. How did I not know about that?
I don't, because you're not on Twitter.
Oh, was it recently added?
It was recently added, but like everybody, like, that's why whenever you tell me, like, did you know this happened? I'm like, yeah, because I go on Twitter. Yeah.
Not having a Twitter is like experience Christmas every day. I'm surprised by everything. Like, holy crap, Hocus Pocus is coming out. She's like, yeah. Here we go from Stephanie. I love this.
Web Slingers is like a worse version of Midway Mania. Maybe we'll get a Halloween layover LA Monsters After Dark. Maybe.
That would be awesome. I don't think they're going to touch it, unfortunately. I feel like, especially like how Paris just opened theirs up, like they love that technology. Here you go. This is a good one. I think DCA will eventually drop the California from the name. So 100%.
Just Disney Adventure Park?
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Disney Adventure Park. Where are you going, Adventure Park?
I know what I would do, though. I'd still call it DCA. It took me years to not call Hollywood Studios. Now I can't even remember.
MGM?
MGM. Oh my God. I was just like, MGM. And now I'm like, Hollywood Studios.
I feel like Tiana, though, it'll always be Splash. It'll be so hard to get rid of that verbiage out of my mouth because it's been that way forever.
I know. I'm going to say Princess and the Frog Ride, just like I say Harry Potter World, Star Wars Land. I don't ever call it, like, I'm never like Galaxy's Edge. I'm like Star Wars Land. Like, I always do that.
Melissa, this is so good. Web Slingers is a workout. My arms hurt after 1 or 2 scenes. Yeah, yes. It's real humbling to go on that ride. And you see people with like hit 1,000,000 points. That's another one. That ride lets you know how bad you are at it. Yeah. Like, it shows your whole party. Literally. And then it'll highlight the good person. And then you get the top scores and you realize you're not even like within 100,000 of it. You're like, ooh.
Last time I went on that ride, I went with Tara and I watched a YouTube video on like basically which like spiders to hit for extra points. And I murked everybody. It was awesome.
Yeah, everyone is saying the same thing. Web Slinger is the worst ride. Even our guy Hugh.
Oh, well, let's do the pick of the week and then let's get into the topic then.
Okay, cool.
I feel like we're kind of there. So
let's do it. All right.
Yeah.
Let's play the jingle, because it's not a pick of the week without the jingle.
Ashley's pick of the week.
This week's pick of the week is Disney Cicerone. Cicerone, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but Disney Cicerone on TikTok. She has just really cool videos about like Disney facts and secrets and history and did you know, and like I really like a lot of those like really obscure things and talking points to have when I go to the parks. She like has like Who is Little Leota, the Can Girls on It's a Small World. Like she just has like these random tidbits that I didn't even know existed, and I just think that she is a really, really good follow on TikTok.
Yeah, her stuff is awesome. So much information I didn't even know about.
Yeah.
Which I don't know a lot of information. So again, don't have Twitter. I get surprised by everything. But she was just like fact on everything. Like, wow, there's so much detail to this. That's a good pick of the week.
Yeah.
Let's play the video from her.
Yeah, we're gonna play a quick clip from her TikTok. Yes, TikTok.
Sorry, guys.
Technology.
Super good at it.
There we go. Okay.
Every time I walk through Cinderella's castle, I have to stop and see what's hidden in the mosaics. These beautiful works of art took 2 years to complete, and they have some amazing secrets. And no, I'm not talking about how Anastasia's red with anger and Drizella's green with envy. What I look for is the footman, who, if you look a little closer, resembles Herb Ryman. He was the Imagineer who drew the very first concept art for Sleeping Beauty Castle. And I also look for the Grand Duke, who is meant to resemble John Hench. Now, John Hench was an architect who designed a lot of iconic structures for Disney, including Cinderella Castle and Space Mountain. Now, this is not the only place in the parks you can find Imagineers' faces. It's actually a fairly common practice for the Imagineers to use faces of themselves or their family in projects, like the cherubs on the ceiling of Be Our Guest. And although it was never confirmed by sculptor Blaine Gibson, I think...
Well, Abrupt ending to that. That was, I think, my recording. Sorry about that.
But yeah, you get the gist. Like, she just has really obscure and really fun Disney stories. She's a really good follow. So if you guys have TikTok, give her a follow on TikTok.
Definitely. All right, guys. If you are just joining us on this Monday, Ashley and I set up a poll here in the top corner. I hope you're voting on that. And a couple days ago, we asked a question on Instagram, what the most overrated Disney ride is. Let's kind of talk about how you got to that, Ashley. Ashley's the one who picked all this out, which I'm super proud of her.
Basically, again, going back to Twitter, I love Twitter, and I think that you can get a lot of really fun ideas off of Twitter. And I saw this tweet from Mickey Central saying, name a popular ride at Walt Disney World where you just don't understand the hype. And I'm like, wow, how do we form this more into a subject for Mouse Vibes Mondays that people would participate in and talk about overrated attractions? Because I feel like everybody loves a good hot take. And I feel like a lot of you guys agreed on the exact same one, specifically for Disneyland Resort. But the Walt Disney World, there was a lot of crazy hot takes. But this is where I got this from. And I just thought it'd be really fun. And I don't know, I like when we get a bit spicy in the chat. You know what I mean? We always play it safe and it's positive. And it's like, let's throw down tonight.
And I love that there's so many people who are so passionate, and we have viewers from Walt Disney World and Disneyland. So really kind of separate the two, but I want to hit on some hot takes before we get into our list at each of the parks.
Okay, so these were a couple that, in our opinion, are hot takes. And like, again, this is all in good fun. But like, how do you call Indiana Jones an overrated attraction? I'm sorry. And Danny and I talked about this, and Danny was like, until it gets fixed. And I'm like, no. It is fixed. Like, it's not, like, I know that sometimes the things don't work, but for the most part, like, Indiana Jones, like, that is an iconic attraction. That is too much of a hot take. Like, I don't understand any hate on Indiana Jones. Like, that is years ahead of itself.
It's one of my favorite rides. I can understand what people think, though, is, like, if you get on an attraction and it was up to a certain level and you see it kind of deteriorate over time, or maybe you just start noticing things that you didn't notice the first few times, it's really easy to do. That ride is super complicated. So I understand there's a lot of moving pieces. It still ran on Windows 95, which is super interesting, but it's one of my favorite attractions. I can't hate on it at all. Even if the snake doesn't move, even if Indy's in the dark half the time, it's all good. Okay.
Another one, Slinky Dog Dash, barely themed and like a Six Flags family coaster. Here's the thing. I love Slinky Dog Dash. I like that how smooth it is. I like how fun it is. I like that it's essentially like a Lego coaster in Andy's backyard. Like, I don't know what more you could want from that ride and why you would pin it as overrated when it's the biggest coaster at that park. Like, it's like, I think it's really fun, and the queue is fun, and seeing Wheezy sing at the end is fun too. I just don't get how someone can say it's overrated.
I think it's one of those things where, with concept art with Disneyland, it's like this whole thing, like announcing it, and then concept art gets released, and then you get to this point of seeing like the final presentation of what it is, and like, wait, that doesn't look like that. It's kind of like at Tomorrowland right now at Disneyland when you see like they have a huge billboard of like, this is the concept art of the entrance, and then what it looks like now is nothing like it. You're like, I think you should like remove that sign so it doesn't stand out. I don't mind Slinky Dog. It's a fun ride, but I think the theming was so good when in the initial concept art, and it didn't quite live up to it.
See, I think I disagree with you. I think the theming on Slinky Dog Dash is perfect. I feel like I'm on a Slinky Dog coaster toy, and it does feel like Andy's backyard. And I like that you can see like Galaxy's Edge and like Tower of Terror. Like, you can see all of that when you're on it. I don't think it's overrated at all, and I think it's a very smooth coaster.
I love that. Good to the next one. Sorry about that.
Okay. This one I'm gonna agree with. Flight of Passage.
Oof.
I'm gonna agree. Flight of Passage is overrated.
It's an interesting take. It's one of the most beloved attractions. Anytime I go to Animal Kingdom or Walt Disney World, that's like one of the ones like, you have to get on it. So it's interesting to see other people say the same thing.
For me, Flight of Passage, the queue is way too long. It is Snoozeville, USA. Like, when you see the the Navi in the little like water chamber, that's cool and all of that. But once you sit in that room and the guy is yapping your ear off like yapperdoodle dandy for 30 minutes while you're like testing, I'm like, just get me in the ride. Like, why is it like you've lost me at that point? And it's just a big screen. It's soaring over the world with a breathing thing like that you're sitting on. And it's just like, and the screens don't even look that good anymore.
Whoa. I can't. I'm on the exact opposite end of it. I love this ride.
I love the queue. I just like think the ride is like whatever.
The music score, everything that goes so well to it. I understand. The other thing too is like once you start getting into these like motion-based rides, you like half that your audience is either for it or against it because they can't do it for motion sickness. Like I have so many friends that are huge Avatar fans that can't get on the ride, and that would kind of like upset me. But they have a good secondary ride, so it's good that they have the Navi River journey to go with it. Yeah, it's a nice pairing.
I wish that the Navi River journey was longer, but I love Navi River journey more out of the two. I just wish that like, I don't know, but the queue for Flight of Passage, aside from the guy yapping your ear off, is awesome. Like it in the setup for it and walking through everything outside with the waterfall, I love it. But the ride itself to me is just kind of mid. Because everybody and their mom, when we first went to Walt Disney World, they're like, Flight of Passage, you have to go. It's going to change your life. It's going to change your life. And it was cool. You cried. Yeah. Twice.
No shame in that one. The score is so good. It's the musical high at the end of it, I feel.
It's unfortunate because Joe Rohde is my favorite Imagineer and I stand him so hard. But that one, I'm just like I love the structure of Pandora and everything. But the ride, I'm just like, I don't get it. Like, I don't need to ride it again.
Oh, I think it's one of those, we'll kind of get into this if we want to, but how do you bring that world of Avatar to life? Like, how do you do that? And I feel like screen motion was like the most simple form of doing it. Like, it seems like with Navi River Journey, the majority of the budget went to that large animatronic at the end. So that kind of lets you know how complex it is. So I don't think it's the worst idea.
It's not the worst idea, and I see why they did it. But, like, I think when you have Navi River Journey and you have the different layers and effects, and then you have that amazing animatronic, to know that exists, and then their big ride is a screen ride for me, I just like, I don't know if I'm articulating what I mean the best, but like, I just feel like so much more could have been done. But Pandora to me is breathtaking, and like, it doesn't even matter. Like, the ride can be booty. I don't even need to go on the ride. Just like taking all of it in Pandora is enough for me.
I agree with that. Let's hit the chat and kind of see, because we just rifled off a bunch of stuff. Cola Dub, Indiana Jones is go.
Yes.
I agree with that. We're going to save yours, Abby, for when we get to Peter Pan. I saw you. Just mental note. Okay. Here we go from Stephanie.
Yes, the Harrison Ford animatronics need an upgrade, and that rock room needs work. Rock room. Which one? Yes, the rock room does need work. I would say the Indiana Jones Harrison Ford animatronic does need some work, and I do think that the one thing I will say about Indiana Jones, when you're in the dark and it's the mice, you don't really get that anymore. It's just like random smoke and you can't really see the projection. So it could
I don't think that one has ever worked. Like, I think it was like that's it working. It just is not a great illusion.
No, but do you remember in the beginning of when they first refurbed Pirates, and do you remember when what's his face? Davy Jones, it had the smoke, and then like 2 years later, half the smoke whiffled off his face. I think it used to be good, and they haven't upgraded. So I see what everybody means, but I don't think that even with Indiana Jones having outdated stuff, it's still one of the best rides in the world.
It's like Jurassic Park. Like, there are parts of it that don't make any sense, but I'm like willing to let it go because it's so good. It doesn't matter. It's so good. Bet Indy uses Internet Explorer. Probably dial-up.
100%.
Here we go from Cola Dub.
Slinky Dog is fun. It is a little basic.
It is. I feel like it's kind of like the Incredicoaster. It's like an off-the-shelf coaster that they kind of themed a little bit. I think it's fine. Like, it's a good alternative ride at Hollywood Studios because that park really needed some type of coaster. So I'm glad they have something over there. Juan and Selena are here. What's up, guys?
What up? Just joining in. We have never been to Walt Disney World, but Wifey said Peter Pan was awesome, but not worth the long, long lines it has. Agreed
with that 100%. I like this one from Abby.
It's a small world, can catch fire or flood. I don't care, but buy that music. Girl, I literally said this to Nick, and Nick's like, you can't choose the OG, right? I'm like, yes, I can. He's like, that's disrespectful towards Mary Blair. And I was like, it's not.
She's like, who the hell's Mary Blair?
I know who Mary Blair is, you butt. But I agree.
I've seen The Exorcist twice, okay, Nick? She's great in it. That's Linda Blair, Ash.
I know you were such a little boo boo. I agree, but I get why they have It's a Small World, and kids love it. If I never wrote It's a Small World again, I would never cry.
Here we go from Peter. This is a good one.
Slinky Dog is a fun ride. Toy Story Lands is what sucks. They could have done Toy Story Land better. I didn't see the need to have Midway Mania on both coasts. Like, it's fun, but like they could have done something more pop-in. The alien saucers that's just Mater's Junkyard Jamboree, but alien form. I like Toy Story Land. I think it's fun. I like it. I think it's fun at night with the lights and everything, but I like Toy Story Land.
I'm on Peter's side on this one. It is hot. It's like
hot.
There's no shade in that area.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough. I agree with that. Like, I was hoping for a little bit more from it, but give it a few years, let the trees grow out a little bit, and hopefully they can get some type of shade. My favorite thing, though, is the Woody's Lunchbox. Is that what's over there?
Dude, the tots, the chili cheese tater tots at Woody's Lunchbox, and then the Minute Maid with vodka.
It's called a grown-ups lemonade, which is amazing. I just like to picture Andy's mom just making grown-up lemonade while she has to watch her kid in the backyard. So I think that's just ridiculous and fun.
Oh, my God.
Here we go from Kitra.
Hell nah, Flight of Passage is amazing. Yeah, Kitra, you and Nick are on the same tip. Like, he loves it. Like, I think it's overrated, but I don't think it's bad. I just, like, I don't think that it's, like, oh, you know?
Oh, it is. And what's it called? The Disney app will let you know it is. And, like, if you ever try to get, what is it right now? The Genie Plus
Lightning
Lane for it, it is insane every time.
No.
It's still, like, popping. You have to
But I think it's, like, the thing with that ride, it's the hype. It's, like, the hype. And there's so many new people. Like, I don't know why. Like, I don't know. It's a hype ride, but overhyped.
Yeah. Here we go. Cola Dubs is right on your page for that one.
Flight of Passage is so overrated. We were so disappointed the first time. I wasn't disappointed the first time, but I was upset in that line queue. Mm-hmm. I was just like, come on, like, let's go. Like, I get it. We're turning into the Navi. Woo, let's go.
I think that part of the story is the only thing that little lags a bit. I feel like other rides have that. Like, when you get on Smuggler's Run and you have that room with, I'm blanking on everyone's name right now. What's the secondary room? Hondu talks to you.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't feel like you're waiting. You're getting like a legit pre-show with it. You're just like, wow, the animatronic, whoa, Chewie. And then you get to wait in the Falcon. You're like, this is awesome. Mm-hmm. With that room, for some reason, there's like an awkward like 5 to 7 minutes of everyone just kind of staring at each other.
It's just
and
like weird.
It's interesting. Here we go. From Disney Elijah.
Flight of Passage is honestly so iconic. Oh my God. Majority of the people agree with you on that, including Nick.
I love that. Here we go from Kidder.
I'm sending that hot take on Flight of Passage to Joe Brody.
Do it. They follow each other on Twitter. I know about that. I love that.
I would never tweet that. I would never, ever.
Hit her up with that, Kidder. Get it.
Oh my God.
Here we go from Mythical Quill.
The river ride is just as boring as a standby for Flight of Passage.
But you get that awesome bop of a song. Can you sing it for us, Ash?
I
love that.
Wow, Mythical Quill. Navi River Journey is iconic. Like, I love it. It just needs to be like 3 minutes longer. But wow, that was a hot take.
I love that.
It's just as boring as woof. You came in woof. That was kind of.
I love that.
That made me a little sweaty.
Here we go from Lost Boys and Girls.
Fun fact, the Indiana Jones animatronic is not modeled after Harrison Ford since they didn't have the rights to use his likeness.
Interesting.
The more you know.
That's amazing, actually. Here we go from Rudio.
The last 2 times I've been on, the big rolling ball hasn't worked on Indy like at all.
No. That portion in the snake, I feel, is like a 50-50 every time. So when it works, it's like when you're on an airplane and everyone claps at the end when you land. I feel like everyone's like that on Indy when it works right now. Everything works. You're like, yes!
I'll never forget the opening day of Disneyland, and we all went to Indiana Jones as our first ride back after the closure. And we got stuck on Indiana Jones at the ball for like 7 full minutes, and I have a video, and you can hear Tetris screaming, "Indy, you broke!" And he's just like on the rope like this, and then the whole ride just shut down. It's crazy. So funny.
Oh, there's some good ones in here.
Yeah.
Rhonda, what's up, Rhonda? Thank you for being here.
Don't get the extra crazy hype of Peter Pan on either coast. Yeah, what's winning on our poll right now? Let's look. Peter Pan's Flight, most overrated Disney attraction, 43% at the moment.
Dang.
Wow.
The people have spoken.
Yeah.
This is a good one from Peter as well.
And Fly, sorry, the pre-show is so bad it's good.
It's so bad.
I think it's just like I have no patience. Like I'm like a 4-year-old when I go to Walt Disney World and I just want to like do the things. So it's hard for me and I just get bored.
Whoa.
I know.
I can walk around and just like look at everything just like, wow, this is awesome.
With your little Navi ears.
All right, so we got some people in that are from Disneyland. We're going to leave it up to you guys. Which park do you want to start? I feel like it'd be too difficult just to be like, all of Disneyland Resort. So we can go in order. We can do Disneyland Resort. We can start over at Disney World and do Epcot, Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios. We'll leave it up to you guys.
Yeah, let us know what you want to start with.
And then we can get into it. Wait for it to build a little bit. But in the meantime, CJ's here. He's driving back from SeaWorld right now. What'd I miss?
CJ? I hope you had a good time at SeaWorld.
Yeah, you're multitasking right now. I hope you're not driving. Someone else is. That'd be awesome, though. Let it build for just a second.
Let it build.
You know what? I'm just going to listen to our good friend over here, Lost Boys and Girls, and go right to Disneyland.
I think we should start at Disneyland Resort.
Perfect. Let's go for it.
Okay.
Ready for your hot take?
Yes. Wait. Oh. Wait, I forgot. Wait, I have my show notes. Go in order of park opening date.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, yeah. So then, yeah, Disneyland Resort. Let's begin where it all started, Disneyland. Okay, well, No, you start, babe. You start, sorry.
So Disneyland for me is one of the toughest ones. I love
Yeah.
it so much. It's my home park. It's the first park I really remember going on. I did my first roller coaster there, my first haunted house with Haunted Mansion. So all of it is really touching, and I feel like it's a lot of the benchmarks for other parks, stuff that you see replicated all over the world. So it was pretty difficult for me to come to this. But if I had to put my personal feelings aside and just look at the ride for what it is, and the ride capacity, how long you're waiting in line, and where that line is actually located, it was a no-brainer. My 5-year-old self would look at me like you're crazy, but I'm going to have to say Peter Pan was my most overrated Disneyland ride.
So let's break this down. Why do you guys think Peter Pan always has the longest wait? I personally think because it's the most it's like the most unique out of all the Fantasyland attractions. You're going in a little, boat that you're hanging from, and you're not like just going in a little Omni mover. And I think that really makes people feel like it's different. They're flying, you know what I mean? But there's zero shade in that line, and people are choosing to wait to up to 2 hours with direct sunlight for it. It is busy from open to close. People run to that ride. They rope drop that ride. They cannot wait for it. I do agree that it's overrated, but I get the appeal.
Yeah, it feels so different than any of the other rides in that area. The flying aspect, and then as you get older, you start realizing like the detail putting into the paintings in there, and just everything about it is awesome. But it's always busy, no matter what, and it's just a really low ride capacity. It takes forever to load on and off. That's actually like the one ride in Fantasyland I barely ever ride. Yeah. So it was easy for me to pick that.
Well, we never have an opportunity to ride it because the line is so crazy. Like there's never like an instant where it's like, oh my God, Peter Pan's only 15 minutes. We haven't been on that ride in years.
It's been a while. And I think all of you guys agreed with that as well. So we'll go into that. Boom. So this was an overwhelming, the number one voted on Instagram. And it looks like as well on our YouTube poll today was the number one rater.
Yeah. Yeah. Consistent 70 to 90 minute wait. Some people even wrote Peter Pan twice in there because that's how much they think it's overrated. Peter freaking Pan. Yeah. Everybody agrees on it. But they do, if anybody from Disney's ever watching Mouse Vibes Mondays, plant a tree or put more umbrellas or something in that line queue because it's just so hot to sit in there. It's
a tough one. And I know they've tried a bunch of things to like really like streamline that line and make it as easy as possible. But on a busy day, it still is like the clog of Fantasyland in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. Here we go. What else do we get over here?
Oh, Cam. Hey, Mouse Vibes loves the content you guys provide. Would love to see you guys be able to do this full time. Oh, that would be awesome.
Thank you. That would be.
I feel like we're really far from that. But
we're having fun.
Yeah, we're having fun though. Thank you for the kind words.
I love this one. The awkward stall.
I know. I was like, which one do we start with?
Yeah. So is that your overrated ride? What was your overrated ride at Disneyland Resort, Ash?
I forgot the show because I forgot what we were. Hold on.
You don't know? I didn't write down what your least favorite.
Because it's my same one at Disney Hollywood Studios because I had such trouble because I love all the rides there.
Okay.
So yeah.
Say it then.
Well, Smuggler's Run. Smuggler's Run. The queue is really. So, oh God, sorry, I'm like all over the place. Soarin', Smuggler's Run for DHS, Soarin' over the world. If it was still Soarin' over California, I'd have a different approach, but Soarin' over the world, it's basically Flight of Passage, but you're just going over CGI places around the world, and it's just like, whatever. We go on it if the line is short and we need some air conditioning, and we do go on it if we're bringing any of our family with us, because all of our grandparents and parents really love that ride, but I definitely think that it is extremely overhyped, and it like makes my blood boil. Sorry to be dramatic. It makes my blood boil that we have Soarin' over the world here and Soarin' over the world at Epcot. We don't need to Soarin' over the freaking world. It makes sense to have it at Epcot because it's the World Showcase, Soarin' over the world. We don't need Soarin' over the world at DCA, Disney California Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't get it. It's so overrated. The line queue isn't fun. It's like boring. I'm not really into like aerospace or whatever. Well, not aerospace.
She's not into flying around the
I'm
world.
not into flying around the world. Like, I don't need to fly around the world. Like, all of it's just like the building's ugly, the ride's boring, the line queue's boring, all of it's boring. That whole area is kind of boring, but it's boring. It's way overrated.
I agree too. Like I love Soarin' over California. It's superior in every way. So to bring in something that's at another park there that didn't quite fit, it's a no for me. I do like people are saying Smuggler's Run. That's one you agreed with initially. Mm-hmm. We can kind of talk about that and just get into that. That was our pick for Hollywood Studios, by the way. Yeah,
that was our pick for Hollywood Studios. I'm glad to see a lot of you guys agree over Soarin' over the world. But yeah, it does need to be updated. And I just don't like, sorry, I'll move on to this in a second. But another thing that I don't like about Soarin' over the world is the CGI-ness of it. Because you had Soarin' over California, and while it is a bit dated and a bit grainy, it was real. It was like real shots. And then they added in the movie magic CGI, and you can tell like a polar bear isn't that limber to jump like that. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It just
don't know that polar bear's life.
It just looks a bit corny, and it always has a line. People love that ride, and they probably love it because it's like, it's not scary. It's an easy ride for the whole family, but it's just like boring. It's just like, I don't get the hype for it.
Yeah.
Soarin' over CGI. If I ever visit these places they show and they don't look, I call shenanigans.
Yeah, I'm going to go visit the Eiffel Tower here in December. And if it's not crooked like it is in the screen, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah. It was hard for us to pick Disneyland Resort because I don't think that like a lot of rides at Disneyland Resort are that overrated. I mean, I could name a few more here at Disneyland Resort. Can I?
Go for it.
It's a Small World, completely overrated. It's just overrated. Soarin' over the world, Smuggler's Run, Peter Pan, Toy Story Midway Mania, Web Slingers, but I get the appeal because it's the only ride inside of Avengers Campus. Yeah, those would be my picks.
I love all of them. It's so hard for me. Like I wouldn't touch any of them. Astro Blasters
too, overrated.
Maybe just that.
Yeah.
But it's really hard for me to pick Disneyland. Like it's, when people are like, "Oh, you don't say that about that park." That's like me at Disneyland. I love all of them. So and actually, like, they need to bulldoze all of it and put turn-up rides. I'm like, not all of it.
Tomorrowland. If all of Tomorrowland lit on fire, I would not be sad because I know they would come up with something new.
I love Kidder right here.
65 rides and you chose Soarin'. Disneyland Resort is pretty great. Like, I can't say Haunted Mansion, iconic. Pirates, it's the original. It's iconic. Freaking Big Thunder Mountain, iconic. Like, Matterhorn, perfection, beauty, grace. There's not a lot. There's slim pickings.
How about Nemo Submarines?
But that people, like, I have never heard anybody, granted there's always a line, but I've never in my life heard someone be like, my favorite ride's Nemo Submarines, or been like running towards it. It's always like, like, you know what I mean? Like, the line is pretty poppin', but like, I've never in my life heard a Nemo Submarine stan. Have you?
I mean, if you are a Nemo head in the chat, sorry about that.
Yeah, if you're a Nemo head, we're really sorry.
Cola Dub, way too much CGI. 100%.
Yeah, too much CGI. But our It's a Small World here, the facade is amazing and it's an icon. I've never been on the one at Magic Kingdom, but I heard it is bad and it looks pretty ugly. Their whole Fantasyland's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Magic Kingdom's bad.
This one here from Funkeldine is pretty good. Sorry, I'm like having the hardest time speaking to it. The translations suck.
Yeah.
The transitions also for it are also pretty terrible. I feel like it's that like crust is off. Just throw dust and it's the first one was shot so good. I think it's all on IMAX as well. It just looks amazing and the score goes so good to it.
I just like feel like that whole area sucks over where Smoke Jumper's Grill is. Like nothing about the best part.
I love that area.
The best part about that area is the Coca-Cola Freestyle little stand that you can go get Cherry Coke Zero. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much it. Like that whole area is just like, what's happening right now? It makes no sense.
This is a good one from Kidder and something to take in.
There are so few people that actually visit both Disneyland Resort and Walt Disney World in a year ever. That's true.
It's definitely true. I think that's why if you get a chance to do both parks ever, I feel like I don't know, I want them to be different a little bit.
Yeah.
I know not everyone gets that option and it's really nitpicky and we're super privileged to be able to go and be like, we like this one better than this one. But it's just...
Well, we are a theme park and travel, like, you know, we're doing it. So it's like, this is normal stuff. But you're right, Kidder. Like, Nick and I didn't go to Walt Disney World for the first time until our 30s. So it's like, absolutely. I know a lot of my East Coast friends have never been to Disneyland. Some of our friends are coming to Disneyland for the very first time ever. So you're absolutely right.
One day, get people to go there. So it's cool.
Yeah.
Chilton's offended over here. It's all caps.
I'm sorry. It's just like, I get it. The facade's pretty, but like, it's just boring. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Melissa, this is fun. Smuggler's Run is so much more fun when it's in Chewy mode. He literally screams at you.
We've never gotten Chewy mode before. So we've never had 6 people. Like we always end up being like, I have to be the engineer pressing buttons or something. But the ride queue and everything's great, but the ride itself is just basic. And it always has a crazy line.
Interesting. Okay, let's get into the next one. Let's just stay in order for this and do what Kidder was saying. That's probably the smartest.
Can we take a couple comments?
Sure, go for it.
Sorry. I just see a lot of comments that I want to, hold on. So, hold on. There was this one. I love this comment. Love It's a Small World because of the memories made with my late father. I love that. And I love that, like, and that's why it's like all in good fun that we're saying this, because I know a lot of people have like very personal, heartfelt connections to these. Like, that's why I like Soarin' Over California, because I would go with my family on that ride. And then none of us have gone on Soarin' Over the World together. Like, that was the OG and I had memories for it. And then they went and changed it. So, Ryan Moore, I understand Small World, but taking my 1-year-old on that ride completely changed my perspective. It absolutely blew her mind. It was the essence of true magic.
That's amazing.
100%. The same thing with like the storybook canal boats. Like to the average person, especially if they don't have kids, they're like, oh my God, these little Polly Pocket things. But to little kids, it's the world. So 100% get that. Oh my God. Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to get to those comments.
Keep going. You got it.
Leave Autotopia alone, y'all. Sunny, sorry. Nope. Nope. Smuggler's Run is the best. It probably has the best queue and it's interactive. I'm not going to lie. That animatronic, the first time we rode Smuggler's Run, blew my mind. Remember I thought it was a guy in a suit? I was like, that's a man in a suit. There's no way that that's an animatronic.
I love everything about that ride until you actually get on the ride. If that makes sense. Like walking through it is awesome. Looking at it, it's iconic. I can just sit in the cockpit and just wait. Like that's my favorite part. And you get rushed out of there so quickly. I'm like, I want to just explore a little bit.
I know it's an original attraction, but Autopia, I'm probably getting sick breathing in near that area and it takes so much space. Mm-hmm. I agree. I wouldn't say that Autopia is overrated at all. It never really has a really crazy wait. And I never, again, like Finding Nemo subs, I never hear, except for Sunny, anyone be like, I love Autopia. Autopia stand for life. I agree. Something cooler, more innovative, and that doesn't reek of gasoline can be put in that area. 100%.
But it's like looking it through your lens now. Mm-hmm. You know, when I was like 13 and under, the fact that I was able to drive and I was at Disneyland and I didn't have to have anyone with me, I was like, this is awesome. Yeah. It was so cool. But now that I have to sit in 3 hours of traffic to get there, I'm like, I do not even want to look at you. Yeah. It's so bad.
Yeah. And it usually like stalls at the very end and then you're stuck on it for a while. So.
Or it's like, My luck on Autopia is like going grocery shopping. I always get the cart where it drags one way and the wheel doesn't work. That's my car on Autopia. I'm like, everyone around me is having the best time and I'm trying to like correct the wheel the entire time.
Oh my God.
Not that fun.
Okay, we can move on, babe. Sorry.
Okay.
I wanted to make sure I got to those comments.
I like this one. We just go for this one.
Autopia was cool, but it's hella boring. There's just nothing that happens. Like, I've pitched this idea many times on Mouse Vibes Mondays. Have Tesla sponsor it and have it be really cool mini Teslas and like add some like really innovative stuff to Autopia. If you don't want to get rid of it and use the land for something better, make it more poppin' and make it more tomorrow-ish. And I think by having an electric car, that would be cooler instead of it smelling like gasoline, and add some like animatronics or like something to spruce up that area. But I wouldn't say Autopia is overrated because people don't rope drop to it. It doesn't really ever have a really long line. It's kind of like a dull ride that nobody really cares about, or they just ride it because it has a short wait.
That's true. That's true. I feel like that's one of the more difficult projects. Like I see a lot of people like, get rid of it, you know? You have to also remember like the monorail track is just above it and interweaves at certain points of it. So like it's gonna have to be like a three-way thing of like rerouting the monorail or like shortening the track or whatever they need to do, removing those pillars. It's like a pretty massive project. Yeah. So I understand why they're kind of holding on to it. But we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Let's get into Magic Kingdom.
Yes. Magic Kingdom.
This one, again, we'll talk about it. This was pretty easy like across the board. For me, it's a no-brainer. I hadn't been to Walt Disney World until 2 years ago, and all I kept hearing is that you need to, like it's just like Disneyland, but they have this thing called Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. It's a brand new ride. It's awesome. And then Disney was also promoting it heavily, seeing the animatronics and like kind of the building of it. And I was like, this is next level. I cannot wait to ride it. Dude. We got there. Super long line all day. So eventually, like, we're just going to bear the 2-hour line. Forget it. And what were your thoughts?
Oh my gosh. First off, let's just say in the Mouse Vibes YouTube poll right now in the chat, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is the second most overrated ride in your guys' opinion out of any Disney attraction. We were so disappointed. Did I have fun? Absolutely. Did I spend 2 hours of my vacation in line because everybody and their mom told me I had to? Yes, I did. And it was over with it. Literally, you're like, do, you're done. And I'm like, do I get to go again? This is crazy. It was wild. And a lot of you guys agreed. Mine Train, F that ride. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. It's fun. It needs to be a minute longer. The queue needs to have more going on. Completely overhyped. Way overrated.
I agree with that. I will give like credit where credit is due for this. The fact that this isn't Fantasyland ride and it's not just like a basic track ride. Like, it's totally different idea of it being located in Fantasyland and offering a new idea for kids. I thought it was really smart. It just wasn't worth the hype for me. The attraction technology is great. It's just a little too short. And if you could ever find a time to ride it when it's a low wait time, which is hard to do, take advantage of it, but it's not worth it for me. If you have kids, though, they probably are freaking out about it, though. They must love it.
It's just like, I personally think, all of Magic Kingdom is overhyped and overrated. I don't get the appeal aside from the castle. But, you know, for people, like to Kidder's point, that can't come to Disneyland, that's their Disneyland. And they have the iconic castle and everything. But yeah, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is just, it's not that fun. The best part of it is the indoor part when you get all the cool lights and the diamonds and everything because it's really beautiful. But it's like, for me, the issue is how long the ride is. It bothers me how short that like of a ride time that it is, you know.
Agree with that.
Yeah. I will say this though, this is fighting words. Our good friend Holly, Mine Train or even Tower of Terror. Now that I'm so used to the thrill of Guardians, I just have to put this on wax. Tower of Terror's theming will always trump over Guardians. Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout has a better ride experience. It's more thrilling, but the theming of Tower of Terror is perfect. I personally think the one at Hollywood Studios is perfect. It doesn't need to be refurbished. Nick made a comment the other day. He's like, it needs to be redone. And I'm like, it's supposed to look dusty and crusty. That's like,
not the part I want redone, though.
What do you want redone?
So for me, I have a weird type of thing with it. Like, I didn't get to go on that one. That was the fourth rendition of the Tower of Terror I was able to go on. The first one I did was at DCA when it was still Tower of Terror. Then they changed it to Guardians. Ashley and I were able to go over to Tokyo Sea and ride that one over there, which was incredibly themed. And my first time going on Tower of Terror at Walt Disney World was in the middle of the pandemic, which was the best conditions. But I wasn't able to have like that bellhop experience. You know, everyone was in a mask and it kind of shooed you through.
Yeah.
That I was like, I can't wait to interact with these people. And I didn't really get that experience, which is fine. Like, it's still awesomely themed, but as far as like ride technology on it, it's just okay for me. And I understand like that area is awesome. It's my favorite coffee back there. I've seen weddings happen in that area. The shop is incredible. It's so well themed, and there's a reason why it's everywhere. But for me, like that was the scariest ride as a kid. So when I finally got to do it in my 30s, like that wasn't that bad.
I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tower of Terror is perfect. There's nothing wrong with it.
Here we go from Peter. This is a good one.
They promoted it as a roller coaster where the vehicles sway, but in reality, the cars mostly keep you level with the horizon when track goes side, which makes it less fun. Yeah, and also, if you guys remember, like, the promos for that, it's always the iconic picture that they get, and everybody's like this, so it looks like a thrill ride. And, like, I got on it thinking that it was going to be, like, some badass thrill ride, like, kind of like a hyped-up Big Thunder. And I was just like, wow, this really was a kiddie ride. It was visually stunning, but, like, I did get upset about how long we waited. And when I tell you, like, 50 people were like, when we first did Walt Disney World, Mine Train. If there's any ride you go at Walt Disney World, it's Mine Train. And we were like, oh my God, our life's about to change. This is crazy. And like, my life did not change.
No. The only time that car did move is when we were at a standstill waiting to get off the ride and we were just shaking it back and forth. So I totally agree with that, Peter. This one from Kidder too. I can't wait for Tron to open because Mine Train is going to be pushed to the side. Finally.
And also they just need more rides at Magic Kingdom. Like I don't think there's enough to do, like, of nice, cool rides. Like everything's pretty like busted. Like their Fantasyland looks like a Midwest fair. I'm sorry.
Shout out to the Midwest.
It literally looks like a fair in like somewhere in Illinois. No offense to Illinois, but like literally that's not Disney standard. And their Fantasyland is like, what are you doing, boo? Like, this is awful. Like, it's so bad.
There's certain things that, yeah. I love that Gabe from Theme Park Duo is here, and he just drops in a nugget out of nowhere. No hello, just sorry, People Mover. Just saying.
I've never been on the People Mover ever, but I know that People Mover to everybody is like my Matterhorn and Tower of Terror. Like, you tell somebody from Walt Disney World that People Mover's overrated and they will like hunt you down in these streets. I've never been on it though. We've never been on it, and we always skip Magic Kingdom, so I never get a chance to ride it. But wow.
This is a good one from Funkle Dean. Here we go.
Did a backstage tour of terror. There are a lot of props, which are an ode to Twilight Zone. Got to walk the fifth dimension.
See, that sounds awesome.
That is amazing. Oh my God, I'm so jealous.
That's like my favorite portion is like when you, not my favorite portion, a portion I really like is when you're done with the ride and you're kind of getting pushed forward and you get to see all the different props from Twilight Zone, even exiting, going from your ride vehicle to the picture area, then the gift shop. There are so many nuggets there. So that's like my favorite thing is just kind of staring at that.
Yeah.
Danny, Mine Train is a skip always.
Always.
Not just some of the time. Always. Which one are we going to? Sorry. All right, let's just get to the next one. So that's going to be for Magic Kingdom.
Yeah. And we all pretty much agree.
I love that. I love when that happens. Let's get to Animal Kingdom. We'll stay right there. I think we kind of answered it a little bit earlier. Ashley, what was your thought on this?
Okay, so yeah, we answered this a bit earlier. My pick for Animal Kingdom was Flight of Passage. As many reasons that we stated earlier, that was my pick. Just because, again, similar to Mine Train, we were told, like, you can't miss this ride. I'm very glad that I did it, but I personally don't think it's, like, the psycho-ness of how much people love it. But we already kind of went into it.
For me, it's pretty simple. I would never mutter those words ever in my mouth. The other one I heard was Cali River Rapids. This is something you really need to do at Animal Kingdom. It's pretty much like Grizzly Peak, but it's through the Cali Rapids. I was like, wow, this is going to be awesome. I love Grizzly Peak. It's not like it at all besides it's a raft ride. I was really underwhelmed with it.
Yeah.
I feel like Animal Kingdom, even though it doesn't have a ton of attractions, all the attractions hit for me. Like, I love all of it in that area.
I think that the Cali River raft ride is always busy because Orlando was so hot. But I agree. When we went on it, I thought there was going to be more. Like, I was just like, that's it. It's just like you go up the thing through the little fire and then you're down. Like, it's like nothing really happens. Like, I feel like they have the space out there. They could have made it longer. I'm seeing your guys' comments about Dino Land. And the hate for Navi River.
Is a skip for me. I can understand it, though. If you're not, like, it's a long line and it's pretty short. The same thing that you're saying about Mine Train, that's kind of how it was the first time we went on Navi River Journey. It was like 2 hours. It was, this is going to be awesome. And it was over pretty quickly, but I'm really easy. Give me a good song and a great animatronic and I'm fine. I'm totally good.
The first time I rode Navi River Journey, I was with my friend Candace on a girls trip and we waited like 20 minutes and I was like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. I loved it. I don't think it's overrated at all, but majority, I am definitely in the minority on the Navi River Journey. Like, I think Danny too. Danny, haven't we talked about our love for Navi River Journey? It's just like, it's calm. It's visually stunning, but it could be longer.
Mm-hmm. Mythical Quill, Abby both say Dino Land as a whole.
Honestly, you can get rid of all of Dino Land except Restaurant Saurus because they have the best margarita ever, and it's Mickey lime shaped. I agree with that. I think Dino Land is busted, crusted by, and the ride, I like the ride because it's thrilling, but it is so dark. I don't know if like light bulbs have broken and they haven't fixed it, but you literally don't know what's happening on the ride because it's just like, wait, we got our dino, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening because I can't see, like nothing. It's just dark, you know what I mean? And I think that entire area is a ticking time bomb. And I think they would rip apart that ride.
It's definitely not overhyped, that area, because every time I've gone through it, I was like, is this part of the park open? Am I allowed to be back here? Because it was so bare. Both times we've been to Dino Land.
Yeah.
It was like no one was there.
Yeah.
Here we go from Kira. This is a good one.
They literally only hyped 3 rides at Disney Animal Kingdom. Flight of Passage, Everest, and Safari. And they're all awesome. It's the park that doesn't have an overhyped ride.
That's super true.
No,
honestly.
that's super true. I think, like, I don't know, like, I don't know. I'm just such an Animal Kingdom like, that's my favorite park out there. But I think that the one that's overhyped the most is Flight of Passage. That's like 20 minutes before the park officially opens, it's already at 3 hours. Like, it's really crazy to me. And Expedition Everest, we've never waited longer than 25 minutes for it. It's like the line moves and people like it because of the thrill. But yeah.
Yeah, Navi River Journey is not a hit for a majority of you guys. That's awesome. It's cool to see.
Navi River Journey is a bootleg Pirates. I hate the screens and only one animatronic. Come on, Animal Kingdom.
Have you seen that? One of my favorite things, because it is a newer ride, has anyone seen Navi River on B mode? Have you ever seen it?
No.
They have a fix if that animatronic isn't working. It's a huge screen projection. It's kind of interesting. I love, like, you know, when a ride works perfect, it's great, but it's also fun to see it work. And when it's not working great, you're like, oh, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
But like at Rise of the Resistance and on this, there's the B mode for it. Like for Kylo not working all the time.
Oh yeah, it's the yeah. I know what you're talking about.
And it's similar to that, which I think is kind of cool.
Yeah, but no, Dino Land does need to go, but the little Restaurant Saurus bar is like, if you guys saw our Animal Kingdom video from last year, like that margarita was one of the best Disney margaritas I've ever had in my life and one of the best margaritas. It was so good in the theming of it, and it's like little hidden tucked away. But yeah, that whole land is a ticking time bomb. It makes no sense. It looks like crap. They're not really investing in the dino ride at all. So, you know, and Animal Kingdom, everybody complains that there's not enough to do. They do need to fix it.
I think that's on, but the thing is about it being overhyped. There's a lot of things to fix, but hypeness. Here we go from Peter. Navi River is only a minute, has no story, and only one animatronic. It's all vibe and nothing else. I agree with that. And just like the time I rode it was in the middle of the summer. It was super hot, and the fact that I got to sit in AC for that 1 minute, it was glorious. Yeah. In the dark, I love that.
Yeah. But no, I think Pandora as a whole is cooler than Flight of Passage. That's all. I get, Kidder, I see your comment about the 500 million. Like, yeah. Like, every ride can't be $500 million, I guess, blame the marketing people. But that's what they wanted. They wanted everybody to obsess about this ride. I obsess more about the land than I do that ride. That's all. I just feel like it's a bit too, like, oh my God. So.
I love this, Danny. Dino has Nick and Ashley's second favorite bar.
Yes.
He knows the order of our favorite bars.
Yes, he does.
I love that. Okay, cool. Yeah, Animal Kingdom for me is always a hit. I love it. It's one of those parks I can walk around. Still want to do all the shows there. it's to me, pretty much perfect besides Dinoland, and I hope to see that change in the next little bit. All right, where do you want to go next? Do we want to go Hollywood Studios or Epcot?
I feel like everyone's going to hate me for my Epcot one.
Perfect, let's do that.
I feel like
All right, let's talk about Epcot. To me, this is one of my favorite parks in the world. Every time I go there, I find a new pocket that I absolutely love. And similar to Animal Kingdom, there's very few attractions in with Epcot. All of them are awesome to me. Like, they're all so different and unique. I love it there as a whole. So I'm going to let Ashley start and have this thing go
everyone's going to know what my ride is. The most overhyped ride at Epcot for me is Figment Journey into the Imagination. I think it's a bit of a waste of space. My friend Kitra actually showed me cuter images of Figment, so I don't think he's as ugly anymore, like baby Figment and stuff. Like, I get why people like Figment as a character, but I don't think that he needs a ride. I think maybe Epcot invest more in like a Figment museum where Figment across the years, or like
a museum. That's exactly what a kid wants to go. Let's go check out the Figment
like
museum.
A little Figment walkthrough, but I don't think we need the ride. I think it's overhyped. People, like, you're lying to yourselves if you think that ride is good. It's not. Sorry. Sorry.
What I will say is that Figment, the character, is an icon. And I just hate to see him, like, it's so dirty, the ride. Like, it just needs a revamp, especially it being, like, the third iteration. And I know it's better than the last one, but still not as good as the first. Like, if you're going to invest in him, have him be the staple, like, he's obviously loved. Those popcorn buckets came out, and people were, like, losing their minds about it. The love and the fandom for Figment is totally there. I love it. There's that iconic photo of, like, Michael Jackson waiting for the ride as well, back in the day. That's just amazing. I just wish that if he's going to be the icon, give him, like, a legit ride.
So this is what I want to say is you have Spaceship Earth, and it is very old, and it's not futuristic, but it is perfection. And if they never updated that ride, I think that me as a Disney fan, I'd be fine with it. But then you have, on the other side of it, you have the Figment ride that, sorry, it's not a good look for Disney to keep it there. There's a difference between the icon that is Spaceship Earth and it being old and dusty in a good way and iconic and ancient, and then the Figment ride, which literally looks like we're just going to keep it here because it's a ride and people love Figment, but it's not a good look for them because it looks so bad. Like, it's just like, the ride vehicles are run down. The ride is ugly. None of it's appealing. It just doesn't look good for me. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say? Like, no matter how old Spaceship Earth gets, it's so iconic. But by them keeping the Figment ride there, because people love it, people love Figment. I don't necessarily think it's the ride. Like, either update it or get rid of it. And if people love Figment so much, give the people what they want and give them some cool Figment thing without the ride looking so bad.
I think the thing that Epcot has working for him is, like, the architecture. All those buildings are so interesting and beautiful. Just walking by that area, the upside down waterfall where it shoots water up, that building is so intriguing that it makes you kind of want to go explore a little bit. And I think that is for the first time we went on, I was like, I have to go see what's in there.
Yeah.
And I loved it. And I'll say, like, the character is iconic, like Ashley was saying. Let's give a little bit more love to Figment.
Yeah, like, if like Figment is that if Figment is that biche, then treat him like it. You know what I mean? Like invest in him. And it's just, I feel like it's a slap in the face to Figment fans to have the ride look that nasty.
Or who was the guy that was with Figment initially? He's like the magical guy.
And they had the puppet.
Yeah, well, that was Figment.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, but I don't know what the guy is. I'm newer on the Figment.
The Dream Maker, the Dream something. Someone in here will know.
Yeah.
Anyways, we got a super chat from Hugh. Thank you, Hugh.
Oh my gosh.
We salute you. Showing.
Test Track is bootleg Radiator Springs, and that Nemo ride is pretty booty too.
I like the Nemo ride, but it's like kind of pointless.
I will agree that with Test Track. Radiator Springs is so good, and Test Track, I do like the idea of you being able to, like, create your car and test it out. Like, there's some really cool ideas in there. Getting on that ride, every time we hit that high bank turn, I feel like we're gonna die. The whole thing's like, it's like crazy.
Yeah, we got a couple people that said Test Track is overhyped. I think it's a bit rough. The last time we went on it, my head hit the seat so much that I got a pretty bad headache that day. I think it's a bit too rough, to be honest. Not to sound like a little weenie, but like Test Track is like, it's like It's a lot, and it's like a dinky little seatbelt. Like, they should really, like, strap you in, you know what I mean?
I love that. And you said also the Nemo ride is pretty booty, too. The thing that, like, is the best about the Nemo is that you get put out into that aquarium afterwards. Like,
Yes.
I had no idea you did that, and I got lost in there for, like, an hour. I was like, oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
I would take that Nemo ride over Nemo subs. Just saying.
Yeah, me
Just
too.
Saying. Here we go from Funkle Dean, Ashley.
Ashley, we are twinning, would do all the rides at Epcot except for that one.
Interesting. I love that. Chilton, I will not stand for any Figment slander.
Dude, I'm saying this. I respect everybody's love for Figment. But what I'm saying is, Disney, invest in your people that love this iconic dragon. Like, it is a slap in the face to everybody that's a Figment fan to have him have such a crusty ride. It's rude. It is rude.
Or it's like kind of like what Peter was saying earlier. Maybe it's just so bad, it's awesome, and we just don't get it because we haven't been going there.
Yeah,
maybe it's one of those things where like we just don't understand it. Interesting.
Yeah.
Here we go from Kidder. Hot take.
Hot take on Epcot from the Imagineer here. Agree with Figment. The hype is real from people who talk it up, and the ride currently is awful. It just looks like it looks like a bad fair ride that was put into a box. It's just bad.
And the fart scene for me, like, that's a scene in here.
I was like, what is this?
Bold choice. Or if you have no idea what you're getting into, I wrote it with Jim in that end scene with all the rainbows and Figments dancing and then the moon singing back at you. He was like, what the heck was this? Nick made me go. He's like, we need to ride Figment. I was like, I don't want to go on. He's like, no, we need to. And I was so confused. It was cool seeing Rick Moranis in the line queue, but like Disney just needs to figure out a way to like make it better. Or I think Jordan, the Disney goer in here, said, he said a good comment. Give us Figment meet and greet, but retheme the ride to another lab themed ride, i.e. Baymax. I think that's a great idea. That's great.
Yeah.
I love Baymax.
Yeah.
Where we are at this one. Everyone's talking about Ratatouille, so I feel like we have to hit on this. I didn't even put that on our list because it's so new.
I hated Ratatouille. I'm sorry. It was so dumb.
Ratatouille is overrated. It's a cute ride, but it's okay. I'm a huge Remy fan. I love Remy, and that whole area is incredible. It's like another one of those things like the facade and going back to that France Pavilion is beautiful. I don't even need to get on the ride. I can just like look at it and be like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And eat some crepes over there and pretend that. But for me, it's just okay. I think too, we were getting all these, what's it called? Trackless ride systems. And that was like Paris's first version, but we had Rise come out here. And so to see that we had like a 10-year-old ride open up, it just was okay for me.
Yeah, it's cute though. And the France Pavilion is beautiful, but the ride was like, whatever. I'm not a Ratatouille fan. I don't like that movie, but I went on it because you love it so much. But the ride could have been better. But it's cute, but it's overhyped. Like, it doesn't need all this crazy, what is it called? Virtual queue and all that stuff.
Oh, Kidder. Dreamfinder.
Dreamfinder.
Boom.
Yeah. There we go.
See, I knew someone here. Of course, Kidder got it.
Yeah.
Now we're getting the opposite of it.
Ratatouille's such a blast. What are y'all talking about? Also, can I just say I love all of our Mouse Vibes friends, and I don't know what we call the Mouse Vibes. Is it Mouse Vibes community? I just love that we're able to have these hot takes and this discussion, and it's still like positive because we all love Disney and theme parks after all. But I think it's fun. My Peter tweeted out, he's like, I love Mouse Vibes, but they have the worst hot takes. I'm like, you're not wrong, Peter.
Did you see this? So
Mouse Vibes on YouTube and Shorts. Everything is awesome. We love everything. Mouse Vibes on live and social media. Everything is booty, booty, booty.
Rocking everywhere.
I will say this, Peter. When we're doing these lives and I can explain myself and justify my reasoning and give it context, I feel more confident doing it this way than popping off a hot take on a reel and having it get shared where people don't know me. Does that make sense? But I did do a Figment Journey into Your Imagination TikTok, and people went in on me. I was like, what is this ride? Why did he fart on me? And people were like, do not disgrace Figment. He is our Lord and Savior, Figment. I was like,
you don't like dragon farts?
You don't like to be farted on dragons?
No.
No, but I think you're absolutely right. Just because I can explain myself, and if you guys hear me talk about it, you know that I'm not being like,
I think it's a character limit, too. She can say booty 25 times here, and she doesn't run out of space.
Yeah, I have like 25 characters that I can write in my caption, but here I can be like, booty, 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 booty.
Hey, we're going to have a game at home. Everyone take a sip when Ashley says booty.
Everybody take a shot if you're over 21.
Don't drive home, guys. Disney goer. How does France Pavilion have a ride, but Japan doesn't? Confusion. I agree with that.
I agree with that too.
What would you put back there?
I don't know what the...
Be awesome. We'll have to think of a ride. They'll have to make an IP for that. Throw it back there. You're totally right on that. But that land, even without an attraction, still one of my favorite pavilions. I love going to Japan.
Oh my God.
I love it. It's so cool.
Love going to Japan.
Sorry, guys. All right, let's get to this next one. Sorry, we're just going to hit up to the next one. And that's going to be Hollywood Studios. Did we talk about that?
I think we didn't. Yeah, I think
we did. I think we finished it.
Did we?
Yeah.
No. Was it Smugglers?
We talked about Smuggler's Run.
Yeah. I will say this. Hollywood Studios, it was really hard for me to pick something because I don't think that, like, I had to choose Smuggler's Run because there's no other ride in that park that I think is overrated. I know you guys said Slinky Dog. I can't say Rock and Roller Coaster is overrated. It's one of the best coasters ever. Tower of Terror, iconic. Slinky Dog, I really like. Rise of the Resistance, one of the best rides that have ever been created ever. Muppets 3D, iconic. I don't know what other, like, am I missing a ride there?
Star Tours? Did you say that?
Star Tours, but, you know, like...
The thing about those rides at Walt Disney World is, like, all of, like, the facades and line cues and the buildings look awesome. Like,
yeah.
I love going by their Star Tours.
Yeah, like, Hollywood Studios was just really hard for me. Like, first off, there's not a lot of rides, so that's why I defaulted to Smuggler's Run, really.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just, like, don't... I think every ride and show at Disney Hollywood Studios is really, really good. Their drinks are good. Their bars are good. Their restaurants are good. The lands are good. Everything is good. The shopping is good. Like, I love this park. Yeah,
the only real complaint I've ever heard is, like, they want more there.
There's not enough to do, but...
Oh, do you know what ride can totally go there? Is the Cars, like, Lightning McQueen show.
Oh!
Ka-chow!
Ka-chow! Yeah, the Lightning McQueen show! I wouldn't call that a ride, but yeah, our friends, when we met up with Nate, Paging Mr. Morrow, and our friends at Kingdom Crew, and we had never done it, and they're like, you haven't been on Lightning McQueen, da-da-da, and we're like, no, and they got us so hyped for it. They're like, it is one of the coolest things here, you guys are gonna love it. And then we walked in there, and I was like, and they're like, just kidding! We sat there, and it was just like smoke out of the car, and I was really confused, but I can see why kids like it.
Shoot! Here we go from Stephanie.
Also, it's like critiquing your children. You love them, but can provide feedback, especially if the feedback is just, this is booty. Yeah.
Could you imagine Ashley with her child? She's like, what are these grades? These grades are booty.
Oh my God.
We're going to have to level up a little bit.
I think, like, I'm like, as you guys can tell, I'm a wordy person and I like to explain in length how I feel. And I can't do that on social media. And it's hard to convey that in like a short clip.
I agree.
You know?
Here we go from Peter. This is good. I love this one.
They originally planned a Mount Fuji roller coaster for Japan and Epcot, but it never got made.
That's true.
That would be awesome.
That's true. I think there's like I forget which channel it was. Like there's like an ode to it at one of the parks that they were going to do this.
Okay.
That would have been awesome. That would have been great.
I see this comment from Kidder, Hollywood Studios, their booty Fantasmic. I've never seen the Fantasmic there, but there's this viral TikTok going around of when a Disney person sees Fantasmic at Hollywood Studios and how bad it is. I've never experienced, but what makes it bad? Like, you're in an arena, which sounds pretty cool, so everybody gets to sit and you can watch. So, like, can someone tell me why Fantasmic there is bad? Because it doesn't sound bad. Like, why?
Yeah, I tried to sit for Fantasmic here, and I was like, man, I'm getting too old for this. I felt like Danny Glover. My back was hurting. My butt was asleep for 2 hours. I'm like, I can't do this. And they're like, keep pushing forward. And I was like, scrunched like this for like an hour. I was like, the show is awesome, but I'm gonna have some back pain.
It's iconic at Disneyland, but like it is hard. Like if you don't have a good seat, like, and you don't bring like chairs with you, you're just sitting there and like, I am in my 30s, boo boo. Like my back hurts.
Read this one from Colada. This is great.
Don't ever change, Ashley. I love that. If something is booty, you call it as such. Most don't.
Most don't.
I try to always do it in a respectful way. Like I'm not a mean chick, you know.
Booty, booty, booty.
Booty rocking everywhere. Booty, rocking everywhere. Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go from Kidder. He's talking about Fantasmic.
When are you going to see Fantasmic? I want to be there to film your live reaction. So we're going,
end of September.
We're going end of September. We don't exactly know all of our park days yet. We're doing Animal Kingdom. We're doing Epcot for sure. I don't know if we're going to see Fantasmic, but like I just see people crap on it, but I don't know why it would be bad. Aside from it's not the OG. Like, you guys have an arena, which sounds awesome. Like, I love arena.
I think scenes are different there, though.
Oh, is it not the same show?
No, I don't
I've
believe
never
so.
watched a YouTube video. I just know that people hate it.
Kidder says, first time I saw it, I literally said, what the Phantasmic did I just watch?
Oh my God. That's funny.
Oh my goodness. I have to go see it. Is like the stadium like a nod to the Hollywood Bowl or the Greek or something? That's like the vibe I got as we were walking through that.
The only time we have gone to Hollywood Studios has been in COVID. So nothing was really open. So I don't even know. I know it's over by, it's on the
path to
Tower of Terror, right? Yeah.
The only time I've actually been in that area was overflow for line queue for Tower of Terror because it was almost 3 hours when we went there and it was all the way back. I'm like, I walked all the way over there, saw I'm like, there's no way. We're in a whole other stadium right now.
Dude,
I'm not getting on this.
Anybody that said Frozen Ever After at Epcot's overrated, no. And also, oh my God, I just lost my train of thought. What was I going to say? It was a good thought too. Oh my God, it's going to bug me.
That was booty?
It's going to come back. Shut up! It's going to come back to me. It's going to come back to me. That is so funny.
Oh my gosh. Cola Dub, agreed, it's so bad. That poor like steamboat at the end. I have to see it.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. So many people said Kite Tales was bad. And we loved Kite Tales. And people were ripping it apart on the internet. Nick cried during Kite Tales.
Why are you putting me on blast?
It's literally in the video. I was like, not during Kite Tales. But it was
you have to be 8 minutes in to see it. So I was hoping that,
I thought Kite Tales was really, really good. Like, everything's obviously, like, your own opinion. But, like, I thought Kite Tales was really, really fun. Like, I don't know. So, we'll see.
I like this one from Will Burton. Shout out to you, Will. I've never seen the Walt Disney World version either. Sounding like a skip and go to Trader Sam's. Sounds like my kind of day. Like that. Kitra, here you go. This is for you, Ash.
The boat at the end isn't a real riverboat like Disneyland. It's a sad little boat and so funny. I want to look this up. Like,
no, we're not. If we've gone this far, Kidder wants to go there and film it. So we're going to make that happen. We can't.
I can't even imagine, like...
Do not watch it.
Okay, I won't.
Don't. Okay. Could you... I'm like, so, Ashley, you just got done watching Phantasmic at Hollywood Studio. What are your thoughts? It's booty.
I can't even imagine the ending of Phantasmic not being the huge boat with all of the characters.
Like, how many characters do we get on this thing? If it's a small little boat. That's interesting. Who
I'm
didn't make the
excited
cut?
to see. I hope we get to see it in September. That'd be fun. I'm excited.
Mythical Quill.
I watched the entire Kite Tales, including pre-show, and it was good, but definitely a one-time watch, LOL. The hardest part about Kite Tales is there's no shade, and you're just, like, baking in the Florida heat for a really long time, but I really, really liked Kite Tales. Like, I thought it was fun. I don't know what more people wanted. Like, I thought it was fun. And, like, the people on the little jet skis, and they're, like, dancing and, like, getting the crowd riled up, and then the little fish on the sticks. Like, I thought it was really unique and different. And I think that it was an example of Disney going against the grain. And I thought it was really fun.
See, I think that's because we're new Walt Disney World visitors.
Yeah.
Everyone else was like, the show there before was so awesome. Same with that Epcot. I heard majority of the people like, you like that? Which I'm like, am I not
like
supposed
I know
to?
Danny told us, what is it, Rivers of Light?
Mm-hmm.
And we're so new to Walt Disney World, you guys. So it's like, we're going with our friends in September who have been going to Walt Disney World way longer than us. So I'm excited to like learn through their eyes and like what other stuff that we've missed because we're so new to Walt Disney World. Like I haven't seen a lot of the shows. I haven't seen the Indiana Jones stunt show. Like I haven't seen any of that.
Yeah. Do you know what Ashley hasn't missed at Hollywood Lounge though? Or Hollywood Studios rather?
What?
The Brown Derby Lounge. She knows them well there.
Oh shoot.
Here we go from Will. Read this one, Ash.
I'm picturing the TikTok already. It starts with the Disneyland version of music, then switches to the Walt Disney World version with the recorder version of the music. Wow, wow, wow.
That's a good one. That's actually
oh
really
my
funny.
God.
Well, make that happen.
That's so funny.
All right, guys, let's kind of talk about, let's wrap it up. Let's talk about what we had going on. A lot of answers right here. Hope no one's feelings got hurt. It was all in fun. And it's cool to see everyone's opinion on different rides and what they hate and what they like. And it's like all of this is fun and we can't wait to do it again. Yeah,
we can't wait to have another topic like this. And thank you guys thanks to our mods and thanks for everybody being really respectful in the chat. Even though, some of you guys love Figment or some of you guys don't like this or whatever, like everyone was respectful. It was a really, really good conversation. I was really excited to do this show tonight.
We had a lot of fun. This is a big week for us, guys. We have 2 videos that are going to be dropping this week. A Universal update with Halloween Horror Nights. It's going to be really extensive just because we just went through Midsummer Scream and got a bunch of information. So I can't wait to make this video. And then Ashley and I are actually going out to Joshua Tree this weekend for an Airbnb stay at like some really unique house. So we're really excited for that.
Yeah, so we're going to stay at one of the most unique Airbnb stays in the world. And we wanted to do our next trip involving Elliot. So Elliot's going to be joining us, and it's why we got the drone. And we're going to be taking some drone shots. We don't really have any idea what to expect, but that video will be coming out, I think next week because we're filming it this weekend. And then we have a new Patreon bonus episode coming out from Hollywood Forever Cemetery. It was really fun, way different than our other videos, a bit more unhinged. It's going to be a good time.
It's like Mouse Vibes After Dark. It's good stuff, guys. Again, thank you again for being here and vibing with us on this Monday. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our channel because we have awesome videos coming out. And make sure to give this a like. We'll be back next Monday for another live.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Talk to you soon. Bye.